Hello. We interrupt this program to bring you a very important announcement. Random dancing! Okay. Welcome into another couch podcast live from New York City. I'm going to say that every time now.
No, it's Radio City, Arizona. Radio City Music Hall, Arizona. They moved it.
Oh, they moved it to Afghanistan, Arizona?
Yeah.
I mean, Baghdad, Arizona?
What's the difference?
Afghanistan, Arizona. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Man. What a week it's been, huh?
Dude, been going through it this week.
Yeah. We had Thanksgiving, too. Whole lot to be thankful for, huh?
That was real good. I actually enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you like the steaks that I made?
Bigly.
Our tradition here on Thanksgiving, rather than doing turkey, we do steaks because turkey is just not it, you know? Steaks and beef is way superior over turkey. So we had some steaks and
Fair.
they were delicious and I made them myself because I'm a fucking grill master.
Yeah, he made them from scratch. Like, he went out.
Killed the cow.
Yeah, went hunting for the cow because they're wild animals here in Baghdad, Arizona. And then, yeah, brought it home, cut it up. Fucking, we got so much in our garage. We don't have a freezer out there.
It's just in our garage. Yeah, it's just
So,
in the garage.
if you-
But I mean, beef is good for like a month or two.
Yeah, I think so.
So
We can also dry age it because we're in Baghdad. So, like,
in the garage, it'll either be still good and we make it into steaks, or it just automatically turns into beef jerky. So.
well, there you go. Yeah, it just auto smokes it because it's hot here, even in the winter.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
always
deserts work.
Arizona's like Australia. It never gets cold.
Yeah, you know the desert. It never gets cold. That's how
And it's
deserts work.
outside. It's nighttime. It's 98 degrees.
That's what happens. The moon is hot
Celsius.
here. The moon is hot here. Yeah.
The moon is hot.
Yeah.
I didn't know the moon was
burn.
here.
Yeah.
The moon. Get a moon burn. Is that possible to get burns from the reflection of the sun off the moon,
Next stream is I spent a week outside at night.
but only at night?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I guess you wouldn't really get burned if you go inside when the sun comes out. Then your skin has time to like stop burning.
So we need to figure out a way to blow up the sun, and then we can do the stream. That's
Or,
pretty.
ju-
easy.
or at least
Just
turn
figure
it
out.
off. You know.
We're already on track.
Well,
to-
actually, so like in Minecraft, you can like do slash time, and
yeah,
we'll
just
just set it
advance
to
time.
night all the time.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do.
Does that also give your skin a chance? Like, does that advance time all over, or is it you just saying like change the day?
Whenever you want.
Because if you advance time, wouldn't that also give your skin the chance?
No, you're
to
not
heal?
advancing time. You're just changing the time of day, but
Okay.
it's always the same day.
Actually, you know what's crazy? There's places on Earth that actually don't have sunlight for a long time, so
Yeah, like Alaska.
could do that.
That would be a way more logical place to test that out.
And we could see the northern lights, so
Nah,
double whammy.
they're not even real, so I don't know how we would see them.
No, yeah, just like the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, always has been. Always
There's
will
no
be.
north if you have a flat Earth. So.
Lightning is God's wrath. Yeah, I don't know. What else? Wind is.
When I was growing up, my mom told me that thunder was God farting, and I always thought that was really silly.
It sounds like she just watched the movie Ted with Mark Wahlberg.
Mac Wahlberg. No, she definitely didn't watch that movie. But whenever I would question things and that clearly didn't know the answer, she would just make up something really funny.
Well, it's when God throws up. That's what hurricane is.
Well,
Sun.
so as a kid, lightning and thunder are separate in your mind.
Ka-chow and Kachiga.
Yeah, so when I'd see lightning and then I'd hear the thunder and I'd be like, why doesn't the light make any noise? And she'd be like, oh, well,
It's because
it's
it's
the
fucking
thunder.
light, you dummy.
The thunder is just God farting. And I was like, what is the light? And she was like,
That's him
lightning.
peeing.
She was like, it's lightning.
It's when he lets out a nice fart while peeing.
I guess so. It's a stream of wrath
Yeah.
or something. But no, I thought it was funny because she told me what lightning was like somewhat scientifically, and then when it came to thunder, and she like couldn't think of how to explain that like sound travels a lot slower than light. She was just like, "It's a god fart,"
Yep.
and I was
Well,
like, "That's funny."
There it is.
So I always preferred thunder over lightning because it was correlated to farts, and
Yeah.
that was funny to me.
I mean, yeah, in Ted, their whole song is like, "Fuck you, thunder. You can suck my dick. You're something something. You're just God's farts." So,
Okay, so I will say this: growing up,
or just God's fats.
I grew up in California, so not a whole lot of like crazy like storms hit there. It's like you got earthquakes, and that's like the worst thing. And then I moved to Florida, and wow, I was very fucking terrified. I never, my whole life, I was like, why would anyone ever be scared of lightning and thunder? And then it struck directly above my house, and it was the first time I'd ever seen and heard thunder like at the same time.
You were like, "Oh no,
And I was
another
like,
wildfire."
oh, that actually is really scary. I get it now. And then a hurricane hit, and then I moved from Florida, and I didn't want to
Oh,
live
you're
there
from
anymore.
Florida. My bad. I thought you were talking about California. I was like, well, okay, fires and earthquakes. Beautiful.
Well, yeah, but I left Florida because I was like, fuck hurricanes.
Yeah.
I'll take earthquakes any day.
When I was stationed in Japan, typhoons were all the rave there. They weren't with this hurricane shit. But I witnessed somebody's fucking car get like flipped and then slid, and I was like, "It's a little windy outside," and then went back to sleep because I lived in a dorm that was built like entirely of concrete and rebar.
Oh, you're like, I'm not going anywhere.
We were good. Yeah. This thing is bolted to the ground.
When I was in Florida during Hurricane Michael, I was driving on the highway. I was driving home from work, and this car was in the far right lane with me, and I was going to my exit on the highway. If you don't know, people in Florida, it could be dumping rain or sprinkling or no rain at all. They drive 85 miles an hour regardless. Doesn't matter. Rain means nothing to them. But wind will have an inhibiting factor on their driving skills. So this guy was in the far right lane with me, and I have my blinker on. I'm going to get off the highway, and he just starts like drifting over.
Hey, guy, I might want to correct.
And I was like, okay, it was kind of a bad time to change lanes. Then I realized that the wind was blowing him across the highway because once he ran out of lanes, he was turned that way back to the highway and was still going off, and then slid off the highway and then like crashed. And I was like, wow, that was bad. But for whatever reason, my car was okay.
Because you had the Michelin tires.
Well, I had a bigger car. His was like a tiny
by...
little like Honda Civic. I had like a bigger SUV.
Oh, okay.
So I think mine was heavier. It was like just enough to like carry its weight on the highway. But I never in my life had seen a car just thrown off the highway.
And it was while you were like a drug runner for the cartel down there. So
yeah,
like you had so much pounds of cocaine in the back of your
at
car.
least 3.
So it like weighed it down, kept you on the road. It was actually
it was a life-saving thing that happened. Yeah. And then when I got pulled over by the DEA, they were like, "You can't have that." And I said, "It saved my life from crashing." And they were like, "All right, you can have it."
But you need to give some to the guy that fell off the highway.
No, he died.
Oh, ooh.
I'm just kidding. I don't know if
was
he
it
died.
from cocaine?
He crashed and he was like, "Oh shit!" And just did a bunch of coke immediately, then and died. Just immediately OD'd. Oh man. No, he was. I think he was okay. His car did a little flip, but
and the Crocs.
It landed on its wheels, which was really cool.
Is it Crocs or Gators there?
Gators.
Gators. I always forget the difference.
The way I remember it is the Florida State University, the Gators.
Oh. I've always wanted to.
And also, I saw a bunch of gators.
I wanted to go to Florida University, and I found out it's not a fucking thing. They put the goddamn state in between it, so it can't be FU. And that was the only reason I wanted to go to Florida University. I was like, that could be like awesome on a shirt. Just FU.
I go to FU.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, what? I'm just trying to ask where you're going to college, dude. FU.
I had some hilarious experiences when I lived in Florida. There's just the people there there's not really an in-between. They're either like lovely and just really nice and wholesome, or they will chop your dick and balls off for meth. It's kind of like the split of it. And then all of a sudden you'll be like driving in like a regular area and then all of a sudden it's like swamps, and now you're in like the boonies,
Gatorland.
and it's just like really, really dangerous areas where people use like shotguns as canes, and if you like put your big toe on their property, they're aiming it at you, and their favorite word is the N-word and stuff like that.
Oh,
So it was
nice.
crossed real quick. And when we got our dogs, we adopted them in Florida, and you'd have to drive from like the area that we were living in, and then all of a sudden it turned into Swampville,
Love that.
and then it turned into Beach Houseville, and then Forest, and then all of a sudden this giant animal rescue, just out of nowhere. They had literally everything: horses, dogs, pigs,
Gator food.
birds.
Gator
They
food.
didn't have alligators.
Gator food. I was saying
Um,
food.
Oh, food, gator
Yeah.
food. Yeah, I guess you could consider all those. They had rabbits, like tortoises and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was insane. It was like a zoo, but you got to keep them,
Zoo should be doing that.
right?
I want a tiger.
It was pretty cool because you just see like this goat, and you're like, "Oh, that one's really cool." And they're like, "You can adopt it." And I was like, "Oh, I forgot that's where we are, where
Yeah, I
you
could-
can just do that
I
here."
thought we were at a petting zoo for a second. Like, why is there like stuff?
It
you have
is.
to
You
feed
you
it?
can go
Okay.
feed them and pet them, and then put them in your car and drive home with them
That's
for a very small fee.
sounds like Pokemon.
It kind of was.
Like you can just be like,
But except
Oh.
you couldn't capture them all because they wouldn't let you take over like 2, I think.
fucking.
They were
lame, dude. I
really,
wanna
really-
get my Pokédex.
They
up.
were a really, really good place. Really awesome foundation. I really enjoyed them. They're called Aliqua. Aliqua Animal Rescue.
This stream sponsored by Aliqua.
No, dude, I sponsored them. I gave them money. I bought animals from them. Like they're awesome. We donated like blankets and stuff like that. It was a
Smallpox
really awesome
blankets.
place. What?
Smallpox blankets, right?
No, I peed and came on them, but
Oh, okay.
they're like you can still keep a dog warm.
Yeah. Still a blanket. It's functional.
No, they would it was refugee, Aliqua refugee. Like I said, for every animal you can think of. They had like cattle and horses and stuff, which were a lot harder to adopt there,
That
but
sounds
you
like
could
a
do it.
Florida pet, man. Having a fucking cow as a pet. It's like, all right, dude. To
I
each their
didn't
own.
know I didn't know that the cows were a part of the same refugee, but they were.
That's crazy. There's
Or
that
refuge,
dude that has that
refuge,
fucking-
not refugee, refuge. But yeah, it was really awesome. But to get there, you had to drive through pretty sketchy places, and it was like pretty far away from where we lived. But they were the only place that wasn't like a veterinarian that just like, hey, someone brought this dog in and never took it back, and it was pregnant, and now we have a bunch of Chihuahua puppies.
Also, Chihuahuas. Ew.
Yeah, I didn't want a Chihuahua. So we went and found Nova, and she's perfect and great and amazing. And also Score, because she's a Dutch Shepherd, and Dutch Shepherds usually run you upwards of like $2 to $3 grand.
Yeah, but this one's retarded. She looks at like reflections of the
Well, she's
sun.
not purebred, that's why.
Oh, okay.
She's clearly mixed with like
Yeah,
something else.
She's
in her.
pure dog, not pure.
She's pure dog, that's for sure.
Not yeah.
Well, sometimes I'm like, I think you're part
Loaf
human.
or dog.
No, well, sometimes she is incredibly smart, but she'll do dumb things to throw us off her trail. You know what I mean? Like we'll be sitting there having a conversation, and she's like, "Oh, I'm a dog."
Yeah. Let me look in the mirror real quick.
Yeah, she's self-aware, and she scares me sometimes. She knows how to open doors, but just chooses not to because I yelled at her one time.
Yeah, and she's got moon shoes for feet, so
She
can
can
just
standing
over
jump
anything.
6 feet. It's terrifying.
And she weighs like 418 pounds too. So
Yeah, close.
Doesn't-
Almost 418. It's like 80, but yeah,
yeah, what's the difference?
one digit
when,
off pretty much.
When she can jump that high and generate that much force, it feels like 118 pounds hitting you
Well, I
in the
mean,
chest.
Dutch Shepherds are like the best qualities from a German Shepherd and a Malinois.
Do you ever Dutch oven your Dutch Shepherd?
I do. She sleeps under the blankets with me, and I fart all night.
Yeah,
so.
okay.
And then when I wake up, she's out of the blanket. So eventually, I assume she's like, oh, I can't take
Yeah.
it.
It keeps her Dutch. Well, she's like, it's like her inhaler. She wants it every night. Obviously, she lays under the blanket.
She
so.
begs. If like when I go to bed,
She's literally
if I don't respond in time, she'll lift her head up and like
do it again.
sassily throw it on the mattress so that I feel it, and I'm like, okay, fine. And I lift it up, and then she stares at me, like this.
Oh, is this when you have to do like?
And then I have to find
butts?
the secret. I have to find
Yeah.
the secret word because it's never. You could be like up, and you pat the bed, and she's like,
nah,
nah.
not
and
feeling
then
that
I'll be
one.
like, jump up, and she's like, mm-mm. And then I'm like, prostate, and she like jumps up on the bed, It's something different every single night. It's always a fun game to figure out what her magic go to sleep word is. But she like jumps up, gets on the, and then she's just like turns into a donut and passes out. Like
Aw.
that. And then while she's asleep, she has to be touching me. So when I move, she'll wake up and then push herself so that her back is touching my leg. And then eventually Candace and I are pushed all the way to one side of the bed, and she just has the entirety of a king size mattress.
Yeah, because it's like you don't want to be too warm, and she just generates heat.
Dude, she's a fucking furnace.
Yeah, and then you're just like, oh, let me get like a little bit away, and then she's like, nah.
Like her name Nova,
Yeah.
like a supernova, a collapsing star, stars are hot, she generates heat.
Yeah.
That's where the name comes from.
She literally got the weight of a collapsing star too.
Dude, her second like contending name, it was between Nova and Taco.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
No,
I didn't think it was so serious.
like Nova is like a cool name, and
Yeah.
then Taco, you're like, wow, that's actually really dumb.
That's Tyler the Creator's friend.
Well, when she was a puppy, her fur looked like taco meat, like ground beef,
Interesting.
and she has like a one sour cream paw.
Oh,
So I was
yeah,
like, oh, she's a white man taco, you know? And then I was like, taco, and Candace was like, yeah,
nah.
or something else.
Yeah, or like, let's hear some other suggestions.
Oh yeah, and Jinx. I came up with all three.
The most fuckable Pokemon aside from
Mm,
Vaporeon.
If I think Mr. Mime is the most fuckable.
Oh, that was what I was just doing. Jinx
Jinx is the black
she's got
face.
stupid lips though.
Yeah.
She really got dummy head game.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if she has good head. I don't
She
know.
only got head, so like she built all
Well,
head.
she is the shape of a penis, so she probably, you are what you eat. So I guess maybe you're on
Hey,
something
man.
there. The green chick, forgot her name. Oh, Gardevoir. The
Oh,
Pokemon,
Yeah.
the like
She
one
looks
with
like
like,
in a big ass sundress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Smash, not even thinking about pass.
Yeah. What about the fucking abracadabra dude with the bent spoons?
No, he scares me because I feel like he would just like, and my dick would start
Yeah, you
bending.
bend your
Like,
dick.
oh, and then he'd like abracadabra my own cum to shoot into my own face because
Oh,
it just like.
but like, please.
I don't need someone to do
like,
that for me. I can do it myself. Thank you very much.
Is that you?
But no. Oh yeah, Jinx. It was between Nova, Taco, and Jinx. Did I ever tell you about the time that Zane and I did Smash or Pass Pokemon on stream?
No, Vaporeon has to win though. She's just wet.
So,
Or
so
Ditto.
I found this website that had the whole thing laid out, and then it just had all of the 156 original Pokemon, or 157, however many it is, and we went through. Lopunny is also another good one. We went through and did all of them. I was like, we're gonna do every single Pokemon, even the weird ones. And not including like all the legendaries, just like the original 157 OG Pokemon. And it got, I think the first one that came up was Pichu. And so it came up, and so I was like, that'd be kind of funny. I think I made a joke of like, oh, it's like a pocket pussy. And then I click smash, and it does the Vine impact sound. It goes, boom, that's a
That's a
child.
kid,
And I
yeah.
was like, oh, yeah. And it legitimately scared me. One, because it was a very loud sound. Had no idea the website did that. And two, the words "that's a child" popped up, and I screamed. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, how do you calculate the age of a Pokemon? Like, what makes a Pokemon
I'm
no
not
longer a
fucking-
child?
Any first evolution. That's how I'm
Okay,
treating it.
but like Charmander came up, hit smash,
I'm
not a
not.
child. Didn't pop up as a child. There was like 3 on there that popped up that were like, that's a child. And I was like, who is the one deciding child or not child on these Pokemons?
I guess you could put an Everstone on a Pichu and it could be like 100 years old, you know? Like Everstone
That's what I mean.
makes it not
You can also
evolve.
just click B and it stops evolving. Did you know that?
No,
Pokemon
but
games?
like if you think about that, like that's just the Pokemon's evolving, right? And the trainer's like just slaps it. And
Yeah.
then it's like, no.
That's what
Stop that.
I didn't know you could do that in the games until I was playing Emerald. And it was like evolving, and I was like, okay, I've seen this 1,000 times. I'll speed this up. And I hit B, and it was like, oh, it stopped evolving. And I was like,
Cringe.
what? But it was a Pokemon that needed a stone, like a water stone to evolve.
Did it use your stone?
Lost the stone.
That's tits.
I was so mad, dude. I was infuriated. And then in every other game I've seen, it doesn't do that. But for whatever reason, in Emerald, it was like, yeah, we're gonna take that.
Yeah,
and also,
thanks.
you're stuck with this useless fucking Eevee. And I was like, no, I want.
I want to fuck Vaporeon, dude. Fuck.
I definitely
wanna use-
wasn't making a Vaporeon. I was. It was.
You
It
said
was a
Waterstone.
Jolteon. It was
I
a
mean, you've
Jolteon.
already-
It was.
you've
It
already
was.
dug this
No,
hole.
no. It was. No, it wasn't a Waterstone. But no, that I didn't know you could do that. But yeah, we did that live, and I was like, oh my god. Then I was super self-conscious of like what other Pokemon are considered a child.
Yeah.
Not very many, apparently.
Ditto would be god tier. You just have to fuck anything with the stupid fucking face that Ditto gives.
So
Not everything that it gets put on.
yeah,
Like, it could transform into Amaranth, but with a stupid fucking face.
dude, it could. I would make Ditto Haley Williams
with a stupid
with a
fucking
stupid face, and I'd still smash. I'd still smash, dude. Doesn't even matter. Is it? Wait, will it sing like Haley Williams, or is it gonna make like a dumb Ditto sound?
Not sure what's canonically correct here, but I'm gonna go with dumb Ditto sound.
All right, paper bag it is. Paper bag it is.
But you're still clapping like Haley Williams style cheeks.
Oh, it feels the same, right?
Yeah.
It's like whoever you want it to like emulate, and then you get to clap the cheeks of said emulation.
Yeah, I think that would be the most.
So that
if
counts.
Pokemon were real, I think Ditto would be the most exploited Pokemon. Like if you think about how we exploit things that we already have in our given society.
Yeah, it would not be long until like laws were passed.
Yeah. Yeah. PETA would have like a bunch of shit to actually do.
You heard I like mudkips?
Whoa. No.
Huh?
Absolutely not.
You don't like mudkip?
Nah. Not like that.
I mean, I feel like it could use a pretty crazy like mudslide.
Nah.
Mud slap. I feel like it'd be pretty good at lubrication in general.
I want to fucking sink in the muck. You know what I'm talking about? Better to sink in the muck than muck in the sink, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they always say.
I bet muck gives crazy hand jobs.
Yeah. Hella slop.
Dude.
The
Smells
sloppy
terrible,
top.
but like
Isn't it also
probably feels
corrosive from like what's canonical?
he is technically a poison type, so
That would be less than ideal. Maybe wear rubber or something, I guess.
yeah, it's like an STD, but
Yeah.
like really worth it.
Yeah, you'd have to wear like
It's like a
nitrile
hand.
gloves for your.
It's
your
like a
cock.
hand job that's like better than sex,
Yeah.
but you also get like poisoned by it. So
That's like I jerked off with car grease. It's like okay, well, you should probably get that looked at.
or like antifreeze.
Yeah, it's like it might have lubricated,
And
but
then
you
after
also
you're
might
done,
wanna
you're
look
like,
in that.
You
Yeah.
start licking it with your
Gatorade. I
fingers.
didn't know they made it in this kind of a container. Why is it so syrupy?
All right. So I have a question for you. There's a reason I brought these wine glasses to drink our Coke and rum out.
Yeah.
Given because of a specific person whose name may or may not rhyme with like
Hoey.
like
Blowy.
blowy. I need to know how it is that you hold a wine glass.
Okay. Now don't judge me,
Okay.
right?
Well, do you want me to show you how I hold mine first?
Is it with a spatula or
No.
without a spatula?
I'm very nervous of you doing that, actually.
Me too. That's why I was asking. I was making the bit into this instead of me actually.
Do you want me to show you how I hold a wine glass?
No, I don't want to be swayed one way or the other. You know?
Okay,
I don't
all
want
right,
to. I don't
all right,
want to
you-
feel embarrassed.
You do your thing then.
So the way I do it is I'll just like pick it up like this,
Okay.
and then I'll do the little swirl, a little sniff. It smells like rum and coke.
All right.
Or I'm gonna hulk,
Right.
and then yeah, that's when I drop it, and then I catch it like that. You know. And then
Okay.
this is another way that I feel is comfortable for like drinking. So
Pretty artistic.
yeah, autistic.
That's what I said.
Oh.
So I hold a wine glass what I think is correctly, or what feels most comfortable. I just try to think of how a pretentious white woman would hold it while they think about how much better they are than everyone else.
Okay, so like,
And this is just what happens.
pinky way the fuck out.
No. That's for tea. This is wine.
This is a rum and a coke.
But in a wine glass. right?
So if we put tea in here, would this be the right way to hold it?
No, because you're still holding a wine glass.
So this
drinking
would be
tea.
the right way to hold it.
No, that's how Joey holds wine
Yeah.
glasses.
Okay. I don't see anything wrong with this. He's got a firm grip on the glass. He's never dropping it. Like any angle, it's sturdy. It's getting sturdy. You know, like you can really
Okay, so for one, let's look at the pros of how I hold it.
right. Okay.
I look cute as fuck,
Well, that was also before the wine glass. So
but this is like an accessory.
okay.
When you see me like this, you hate me immediately because you feel like I think, no, not even think, know that I'm better than you.
Yeah.
So you're automatically better than everybody else.
I feel like to do that, you need to be like more lackadaisical with it. Like
Yeah, that's why I'm throwing it around.
Yeah.
To show off
I like it.
how careless I am about breaking a wine glass.
We don't
or
care if this falls,
spilling this
right?
$400 bottle of wine. Now, let's.
But Joey's got positive control
Okay.
of the object.
So if I approach you, hey.
Oh, this is not an attractive way to hold a cup.
No, I'm not saying attractive.
Okay.
To me, this is telling me that at any given time, you could bash this on a table and have a weapon.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're
fair.
displaying that to me.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I have to fight you, but while I'm still holding my wine glass like this,
Yeah.
which won't be hard because you have the IQ level of someone who holds a wine glass like this.
Well, so what you would do if you're holding it like this as a weapon, you would knock the bottom off and just go.
Well, actually, what's really easy when you're holding it like this, it's pretty much, like I can just toss this right in your eyes. That easy.
I don't
No,
know.
oh, no wine in it? Toss the fucking glass. I don't care.
Yeah, or just then you go into this kind of a grip, and then you just.
If I would
kabonk.
only hold a wine glass like this if I have intentions of stabbing broken glass into somebody's chest and or neck.
Yeah. That's fair.
Also, this has the same energy as someone who holds a spoon and or fork, like white knuckled grip.
This is the person that would when they would be playing with Play-Doh, they wouldn't just mold it and play with it. They would fucking
Like all the colors together. I hated those kids.
they would just squeeze it until it came through their fucking knuckles and shit. And it's like, okay, we get it. You're kind of a psychopath or whatever.
A sommelier told me that you should hold it by the stem so that your body heat doesn't affect the wine. That's way more intelligent to
I'm holding
way
it
to
like
think
this
about it.
from now on.
Another sommelier told me to hold it however the fuck you want, just drink the wine. Right. I'm not saying you're drinking the wine wrong. I'm saying you look like a fucking idiot
Yes.
if you white knuckle a wine glass.
Have you seen that dude that this is the way that I hold it at least. But the dude on TikTok, he does the fucking wine tasting. Dude, that guy's fucking
Cringe?
no, absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I think we're thinking of two different people then.
Maybe. Cuz the guy that I'm thinking about, he swirls it and he looks like he is infatuated with the wine. He's just amazed by it.
I should have prefaced all of this with the statement that I don't think anyone who drinks wine ever looks cool or is knowledgeable or fancy. I don't think that at all. And you have these pretentious cunts who I'm a sommelier, and they drink it and they're oh, I can really get hints of. Dude, I don't give a shit what hints you're getting of. I'm getting hints of you being a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think anyone who's a wino is cool. I think they're really cringe and annoying.
Yeah, as soon as you start talking about terroir, I'm out. Mentally, I'm checked out.
Here's how much I care. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's like an earthy taste.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, now you know. And it was against your will.
When I was super into coffee, I got my coffee master level certification of tasting, and then really quickly I realized I actually don't give a shit really about taste wise per se. I just want it to taste good and caffeinate me.
The only reason I would go for the coffee master thing is so I can wear a black robe.
Yeah, that was really fun flexing on people, my black apron on people, and just being oh, you know more? That's crazy. My apron is a different color.
I'm more emo than you because you're having to wear that, stupid.
Also, black goes with every color, so it didn't even matter what I wore to work.
Yep.
I was fashionable.
Yeah.
But no,
and then you can wear red and not have to look like it's Christmas time.
Oh, I know, dude. Oh my god. And then during Christmas time, they give out red aprons. So their two primary apron colors are already Christmas colors.
You'd think that they would, you'd think that they would just give out red and green aprons.
Yeah, like plaid wrapping paper colored aprons or
A
something. I don't know.
Dude, a red and green plaid would go hard.
Yeah, it would, but they chose not to because they're stupid.
Yeah, but I would wear black all day. Black or white. I kind of want to show the stains. Fuck it.
Oh, the coffee stains. I was thinking like black pants and showing your stains, and I was
No,
like,
no, no.
what,
I would
from
wear a
coming or-
white robe to show the stains. You wouldn't see any cum. There'd be plenty of cum
I
on it.
promise you
wouldn't
still
see
get
it.
you get stains on any color. But anyways, the next thing I wanted to ask is like how would you drink the wine?
How do I drink wine? So
So you're holding it?
usually, if I'm at a wine tasting, it's different than if I'm just drinking wine. So do you want that, or do you want me drinking wine?
I want your best.
Don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know which one.
I want you to give me your best.
So if I'm at a wine tasting, I'll actually like actually swirl it. If it's not bubbly, you're not supposed to swirl bubbly wine. Flattens it out. But
When do you go to wine tastings?
it's not often.
Okay.
But when I do, I know what I'm doing.
But when I do, I know how to look like a pretentious piece of shit.
100%.
Okay, go on.
So if anybody takes a picture in the background, I look like I belong there, even though I'm wearing all black. in the
Yeah, I was
middle
gonna
of
say I feel like
Baghdad,
there's some
Arizona.
other things that make you stand out a whole bunch,
Yeah,
but
being 6 foot 500 inches tall.
no, there. So I've noticed like wine losers
Yeah.
are either like short, fat white people
Yeah.
or tall, skinny white people.
Well, I'm not a tall, skinny guy.
Well, you're not fat. I'm just saying, like
I'm
you
short and
wouldn't
fat. is what
you
you're
wouldn't
saying?
be like the tallest guy there, most likely.
I suppose. So if I'm at a wine tasting, I'll fucking swirl it, fucking give it a little sniff test. Smells like rum and a coke. And then I'll fucking do the little thing where you aerate it too. You fucking do the little, yeah. And then I'll be like, oh, I'll buy that one or not. And then past that, like if I'm not at a wine tasting, it's just fucking, I'm sipping it because I already know I like it. But a wine tasting is different because it's like I don't know if I like this yet.
So for me, I would say the way that I drink wine would heavily have to do with how much I fucking hate myself. First of all, like, how depressed am I to where I'm drinking wine? Like,
Yeah.
I like really needed alcohol and there was none left other than wine.
So you don't like wine,
No,
just in general?
very few I enjoy.
Really?
I'll slap some champagne down the
Dude.
pipe, but
Give me a goblet. I feel like Edward Cullen.
so
drinking
I will
some
say
blood.
there's like some Moscato wine that is like decent, you know.
I like a Stella Rosa black. It's like a really sweet red wine.
So
Fucking love that
one
shit.
specific time, because I love fucking with people.
Yeah.
And you should know this by now.
Wait,
We had this old neighbor, and I went home one time and we were hanging out, and they were like, "Oh, do you want a glass of wine?" And I
No.
was like, "No," and they gave me one anyways.
oh, okay. So against your will.
So they set it down. They're like, "Here, just if you don't finish it, whatever." And I was like, "Okay." So I then was like, "I am going to bother everyone here."
Okay.
Because these are all really annoying wine drinkers, and they're like in their 40s and 50s, so they're like, "Oh, this is fucking pine cone pomegranate wine," or some dumb shit right there. It's like saying stuff that I don't care about.
yeah.
So I was then made it a challenge of mine to convince someone there of a fact about wine that was not real. So I was trying to figure out like
Gaslighter's gonna gaslight.
what's something I can do to convince somebody, but I still wanted it to be like I could tell somebody like, "Oh yeah, when you pee, you can still taste the wine when you pee," but like they wouldn't try it, right? So then I was like, I want to get somebody to drink wine in a weird way. So I came up with the idea of like getting somebody to drink wine upside down. And I thought of this because there was this old family friend we had, and she told me when you had the hiccups, if you drank water upside down, like leaning forward, then it would get rid of your hiccups. Fucking lie. Doesn't work. Don't do it. You just spill water everywhere. However, I figured I could apply the same concept to this stupid fucking wine drinker.
I certainly hope this goes over well.
It went over really well for me. So I told them along the lines of like aerating wine, right? That if you drank it leaning forward, the air would in between the palate, top of your mouth, and your tongue, and then the wine sloshing down onto your tongue would have a better taste experience. And I told this to like 6 people. And they were like, "You're a fucking idiot." And I was like, "Try it." And they're like, "No." Until the last guy.
Damn.
And I said it and he was like, "No. Where'd you learn this?" And I was like, I was
obviously.
watching some video on like aerating wine on YouTube. And he was like, "Oh, so and so," and threw out a name, and I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, okay." So
when they make it so easy,
I
you
know.
have to.
So then they were like, "So what do you do?" And I was like, "So you like you're drinking it this way, but you put it on, like your chin in, and then you lean forward." And he was like, "That seems ridiculous." And I was like, "That's what I said." But I tried it, and I was tasting different little things in there that I couldn't before. And then he was like, "Oh, okay." And he says something that I'll never forget. He goes, "Do you know who Gary Vee is?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's a big wine guy." And he was like, "You seem like the kind of guy that would like Gary Vee." And I was like, "I love Gary Vee." And he was like, "All right, I'll try it." For some reason, me liking Gary Vee in his mind gave him the confidence to drink this wine like a fucking idiot.
Like a toddler.
And this was an expensive bottle of wine they had out.
Yeah.
It was like some old Italian name. I don't know.
Were the other people present, like other?
Yeah, this was in a
partygoers?
public room. This was like a party that my family went to, and
But it wasn't like a private room that was like, it was just you and this
no,
guy.
this was in front of pretty much everybody.
Main stage.
And so he goes, "All right, I'll try it." And there's wines at like whatever the proper amount of wine level is, and he goes, "This is really difficult." And I was like, "Yeah, it took me a couple tries." And so then he like is in this kind of position. And he's like leaning forward, and there's like small talk going on throughout the room, and you just hear like talking, and it just gets quiet, and everyone's staring. And he's like, How did you do this?" And I was like, "You just got to lean forward more." And I was like,
He's just trying to suck his own
yeah,
dick.
I was like, "I'll be here to catch you if you're falling." And people are like,
"How did you do this?"
And I was like, just like, "No, don't worry about it." And then he like leans forward, and he finally gets the wine to like his mouth, but he cups his mouth the way you would drink this way. So his lips are pointed the wrong way, and all the wine floods out and goes into his nose and down his face and spills all over the floor. And he's like, "Oh." And
do you taste anything different?
so I started laughing because I figured he was going to be like, you fucker, you tricked me. But he was like, "Oh, I think I did something wrong."
Yeah,
And
no,
so-
you did.
So I'm like smiling, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you spilled a little bit." He's like, "Yeah, I know. Oh man, Tasty's gonna kill me. This is really expensive wine." And I was like, "It's all right. Just tell her it was me." And he's like, "Oh, I feel bad. I just spilled a bunch." And I was like, "Well, you gotta try it. You have to get it down." So he did it again.
Oh no.
And it was the second time. Then he realized like, "You're just lying to me." And he like spilled again a little bit, went in his nose, and he
The
went.
saying is, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
He has no one to be angry at but himself.
He spilled. He was like, and that was his face. He just looked at me, and I was like, and I started smiling, and he was like, "You've been fucking with me the whole time, haven't you?"
Oh,
And I was like,
100%.
"Oh, just a little bit." And he just walked away and went to the bathroom to like wash his face off of like all the fucking red wine that
That's
spread all over his
great.
bald ass head. I forgot to say he was bald. But yeah, that was my really funny experience. And that was the first and only time I ever drank wine with that neighbor.
I wonder why.
Well, before it's because I was too young, but
Oh,
now it's probably because of that.
yeah.
That it was a very expensive bottle of wine, and I just convinced the guy to pour a quarter of it on the floor and into his nose and onto his face and on his shirt. But he was wearing like a dark colored shirt, so I don't know if it's stained, but it was red wine, so I would imagine.
Yeah.
And I also didn't drink any of mine. I just
On the
left it
molecular
sitting there the
level,
whole
there's
time.
a stain there.
On the level that I care about.
Yeah.
I know there's a stain, at least in his, confidence and ego.
Oh, 100% now, yeah. He was just told by some random dude that he's never met to fucking drink wine like a dumbass and was like, "You like Gary Vee? Oh, you do? I can trust you 100%.
Yeah, because we were both big Gary Vee fans. That was the whole reason.
Boehner chuckle fucks, that's what they call themselves.
Yeah,
I actually
and then
have a Gary Vee book, so you can start judging
is it
me.
for like firewood?
No. It
I
was
don't
when I was
care-
into NFTs, but
I don't care that like people who I don't need to hold this anymore. You know what?
okay. Well, now you look like the bald guy.
Karma's a bitch.
That's crazy how that works.
Anyways, no, I don't care that like when people
I know,
listen
I know.
to Gary Vee, I don't actually care. I just think it's funny that he's like, you want to get started in your life,
fucking love that Arabian dude
and you want to get
on
going.
TikTok.
Cut your fucking arm off, and that'll stimulate you, light a fire under your ass. And I hear him talk, and I'm like,
He's never said that.
are you on an FBI watch list? No, he's never said that, but he
Okay.
said a lot of very like, kind of stuff.
I love when he says "fuck your parents."
Yeah,
I want
he's
someone
also
to take
said
it
that.
literally and then just go
I
absolutely.
saw
have
a
sex with
video
their
where
parents.
someone was talking about how like life's been difficult because one of their parents died, and he was like, use that as motivation. And people were like, hey,
That's not how depression works.
you
can't
know,
just be like,
maybe like process the loss
Yeah.
a little bit before you're like, my mom's dead. I'm gonna start a coffee shop. Like
that's
some
an
stupid
anime
shit.
hero arc right there. It's like, no,
I feel like it's more of a villain
Mom,
arc.
you died. I must carry on your honor
That reminds me of
in this coffee shop.
the episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender when they go to see the play, and the whole time Zuko's character's like, "My honor." That's what that reminds me
Yes.
of. Oh man, but no, yeah, that was my funny wine story.
You're just
I have
whining.
I have some other funny stories, like the title of this stream talks about. I have some other funny stuff to talk about, but I don't want to step on your toes.
No, I think the crazy exes is a fun one to talk about.
Oh yeah.
I've
Do
got a.
you have any?
So my first ever girlfriend, absolute maniac,
All right.
craziest person I've ever had the displeasure of meeting. So you know, when you're young, you're in love, you think it's forever, right? Like you're like, oh, this is it. And then gave her a promise ring, the works, because I wasn't gonna marry her. I didn't know her like that yet, but I wanted a promise ring to be like, if the relationship survives this 2 years that I'm going to Japan, it didn't, then we'll get married.
Okay.
As
Makes sense.
soon as I get to Japan, she breaks up with me, and I find out that she's marrying another dude the next month. And it's not like you don't just be like, I'm just gonna get married. Like, so apparently she was cheating on me the whole time.
100%. Yeah.
And also really big into meth, that one, you know, like really good on she really liked the drugs type stuff.
A good way to keep the weight off.
And I also found out after the breakup, she's like a closet racist.
Yeah, I don't see any pros in that.
No.
Except pro racism.
Well, yeah, and it was typical Texas.
And I wasn't mean pro as in favor, I meant like pro as in professional.
Oh, she was getting paid, do you think?
Like
at the collegiate
I guess
level,
yeah,
or
that is like
stage?
probably collegiate.
Okay.
So then you're not like necessarily like you could get paid.
Yeah.
But like
you can get brand deals, but except you can't because you're in college, but get fucked.
Yeah. Anyways, go on.
But yeah, so as soon as I get to Japan, she's like, "Oh, I don't think this is working out." Yada yada. And it's like, "Well, bitch, we've been separated for like 4 hours. Like I just
got off the plane. Like,
right.
What?
Fucking. So go fuck yourself. But yeah, is that a high trait? Fuck. Show the nut jug. It's actually right there.
The nut jug is actually showing.
So
there's a little bit left in mine. I'm gonna have to consider that as the hydrate because I don't want to get up in the middle of your story.
yeah, there's actually. Well, there wasn't much substance there, so that's why I wanted to.
There is an amount of hydration in there.
It's all gone now that I swirled it. So
I saw that drop go in. That counts. What's up, Bear?
But yeah, fucking. So yeah, she's absolutely fucking insane, and I also was kind of insane because I'm like fucking you cheated on me, so now I'm going to like.
Kill you? Or...
Whoa, no.
I didn't know what there was a long pause. So
like if well, hang on, let me reword that. like if she was to come to Japan, I would just beat the shit out of her, right? Like that's what I meant. But no.
Okay, yeah, good follow up with the no.
Brain's empty.
All right,
shut down.
Feel that. So is this more of like a crazy ex in the sense that she was crazy
in the relationship,
and now she's an ex who's also crazy?
Yeah, I also had a girlfriend when I was in Japan, and I'm the asshole because I tried to stop her from drunk driving to a party that was on base and we were living off base.
Oh, I take that's a big no-no.
Well, so you need to go past the gate guards when you go onto a military installation.
They're like police officers.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and the level of drunk she was, I wouldn't put it past her to not coherently be able to get out her CAC card and just give them her credit card, and then they're just gonna start asking.
And
questions.
they somehow swipe it and take money.
That'd be fucking awesome. They just take a picture of it.
Thanks for the $50. You're also going to jail.
But no, yeah, she wanted to go to this party that was on base, and I was like, well, you're plastered. So I was like, you're not going to that. And she was like, you're just trying to control me. And I was like, no, you're drunk. I can take you to the party. And she was like, I don't want you there. And I was like, okay, well, one of these things have to exist, right? Like, I could drop you off. And she's like, I don't want you there at all. And I was like, okay, like,
what
I'm
is
trying
so
to help you
about this party.
Like, I'm trying to help you here. I don't get why the fuck I'm the asshole right now. And then, so she does get in her car, and I stand, because it was parked inwards, not outwards. I was like standing behind it, like, you're not gonna go, you're not gonna run over me. She backed up and just pushed me out of the way, because I'm not gonna stand there and get run over. Right?
Yeah, right. You don't care that much.
Like, if
there's only so much you can do.
I could have probably like lifted the car. It was one of those like really small Japanese K cars.
Oh,
So probably could have like just lifted it and been like, okay, you're not going.
just pick up the wheels that gain traction and
I'll
just
put it
stop them
on the roof. It's like a little Hot Wheels car.
I can't imagine it being good. You've never had alcohol, but I think you'd rather some grape juice. Ugh. This is in regards to Kigneck saying they love wine. Sorry, I got distracted. Something popped
Wine's
up.
really fucking good. But
I respect your opinion.
yeah, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got some, and some of them taste great, but not a lot of them.
Haven't had one of those assholes yet.
Yeah, well, be on the lookout.
So I've had 2 crazy exes in my long history of dating. Not very long. I just think I
I was
made
gonna say, like, you
bad
have your
decisions.
high school sweetheart, like,
Yeah, I mean we weren't dating for the entirety of high school, but yeah, we did meet in high school. But
yeah.
before Candace, there was 2 individuals who were fucking insane. So one of them I knew for a really long time, and we like were friends, and then high school came around, and then we're like,
Are you gonna talk about the one where she did a thing and then you also kissed her and then
oh no, I told that story already.
that bitch sounds insane to have done that.
So she is the second one, but
Okay.
that she's more insane for a separate reason.
Nice, love that. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So the first one, I knew her for a long time. We got into high school, and then like we had a class together, and then friendship turns into feelings, right? You're young and you're just like, I like you, mainly for me. I think what it was what's up, Snaps? We hit puberty. You know what puberty is?
No, I hear it's this thing where your balls are supposed to drop and then so is your voice, but I've always sounded like this.
You were like, wah, as a baby?
Yeah, actually.
You were like, mother, breast milk now.
Yeah, my mom has like these VHS tapes that she was recording me with because when the CIA was studying me, they were like so involved with like how like advanced my brain was.
I'm not gonna cut you off. I
was
just
like,
gotta say it.
Stewie.
Totally thought you were gonna say VHS tits, and
I
now
did.
I want to know what.
That's what I said.
You said tapes.
No, I said tits. I'm gaslighting you now.
Okay, sure. I am now wondering what VHS tits would be.
Well, I mean, VHS already has tits. It's got the 2 little nipples. It's got 2 little
They're
fucking
inverted
things.
though.
You can twist them just the same.
Well, it's more of like instead of pinching, you have to like claw it and then, or like
Oh yeah,
jam
you gotta
your
kind of
finger in
like
there
dig in
somehow.
there.
I would say it's more of like a really loose butthole.
Well, if you had a little cogwheel, then it'd be.
It's like a rotation, like an oscillating butthole.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oscillating butthole. That would probably feel great.
Yeah, ribbed for his pleasure.
Yeah, and then just like constantly spinning.
Mm-hmm. Trademarked. No one invent that.
Yeah.
Anyways, So what happened from my perspective was we were friends and she was cool. And then summer happened and we came back to school and then we were friends, but now she had big tits. So I was like, oh my God, I think I like Ashley. Ironically, both of
boobies
their
are
names.
great.
Ironically, both of their names were Ashley.
That's crazy.
And I was like, for whatever reason, I don't know why. I don't know what it is that she did differently, but I like her now. It's weird. And so we were like friends, and then turned into crushes, and then we never really officially dated, but we kind of like acted that way a little bit, I guess. So I guess she's not technically an ex, but like we was like a long phase of talking.
Damn, we got conned into this story, huh, Chad?
Yeah, sure. But I did get to see the boobies, and I was pleased. And then I kind of was like,
All right, well, you've served your
Now
purpose.
now
like
I'm
that guy
bored.
from the fucking YouTube video. He's
Pretty
like,
much,
I
yeah.
just jerked off. You mean nothing to me now?
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of how it was. But I was like, bored now. And she was really. I honestly, I think she was a nymphomaniac, like genuinely, because I was way too scared to like do anything more than we were
Yeah, 'cause
because of how she was. And so she would like
Right.
I lived within bike riding distance of the school technically, I guess, and she lived even further. And so she would get picked up and then get dropped off at home, and then it would be like an hour and a half until her like either of her parents got home, and she would like berate me. She'd like berate me to like ride my bike from the school to her house, which would probably take me about an hour and a half in anyways, so that we could have like 10 to 20 minutes to fuck, and then I'd have to ride my bike home.
I mean, but like when you're in that hormonal gap right there,
Look, I am
that
not.
pocket.
I was never that down bad.
No, but you would come so fast. You would really only need like 15 seconds.
But then you also so her
She'd be like,
parents were like really, really strict and Catholic, which is why I think she was the way she was. Just seems like a stigma with Catholic people.
Yeah,
Anyways,
pretty great.
so if I got caught, it was gonna be a really big problem. And
Yeah.
and on top of that, I didn't want to ride my bike that far. It was far. I wanted to go to AM PM and get Mountain Dew and Doritos and go home and play Call of Duty. That's what I wanted to do.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
like, why would I go to your house and do anything when you already sent me pictures of your boobies? You
Yeah, I
know,
can
like,
do all that right here remotely.
honestly.
I'm working
you
from
know?
home here.
So I eventually was like, okay, you're kind of weird. I'm gonna remove myself from the situation. So, and I didn't just ghost her. You know, I told her, I was like, yeah, I don't really feel the same anymore. And you know what she told me? She said, that's not allowed, or
Oh,
something along those lines. Like,
wasn't ready for that.
she was like, I think she said it's not up to you.
What?
And I was like, no, yeah, it is. I just checked. It is up to me. I don't like you anymore. You're really weird and you make me feel uncomfortable, which is hard to do. And so then she was like, well, you've invested too much and blah, and like was trying to like, I don't know what she's trying to do. I
Invested too
made
much? Like you just
time or something. I
you
don't
just
know.
like bought too much Dogecoin?
Then she told me, she was like, I can't leave because she's in love with me. And so then I was like, that is actually not my fault. I
yeah,
don't know what to tell you. I know I'm a pretty fucking awesome guy, but you're going to have to find another person to be in love with.
yeah.
So,
You're gonna have to build a bridge and get
Yeah.
the fuck over it.
so then I stopped talking to her, and then she would be really weird and stuff, and I blocked her on pretty much everything. Fast forward some time, in the midst of all this, she was doing weird stuff, but nothing really like noteworthy. Fast forward some time, the next year I moved high schools. I left that high school, moved somewhere else. And so I started going to this new high school. I knew like 2 people at the school. It was like a complete new start, didn't know anyone. And I was making new friends. It was cool, like, I don't know, there was a cool stigma of being like the new kid, you know? It was
A
kind of
cool
fun.
stigma.
Yeah,
I don't think you're using that word right. Stigmas are bad.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like being a new kid's not the good thing, but it was kind of cool, you know? Like people knew who I was, but only because they didn't know who I was.
Right. Yeah,
Does
I
that
get
make sense?
it. Oh yeah.
So like I was indirectly well known because
Yeah.
they didn't recognize my face. It was weird. because I'd be like walking someone, they'd be like, "You're new here," and I'd be like, "Whoa,
No
this."
fucking shot. You knew that. That's yeah.
I
I'm
was
new here.
to me, I was like that. I didn't know this. This happens in movies, but this is actually happening in real life. So I made new friends. Right, I moved on from my life. Well, she didn't.
Oh.
She was hung up on something. I don't know. She never saw my penis, never touched my penis, but she was still stuck on my dick. And so some time went by. She got a new phone number. I like to think it was just so that she could text me. Still had my number.
psychopathic.
So I got a new number and then texted me because apparently there was this other guy at my old school who really liked her, but she wouldn't be with him because she was still stuck on me. And then he told her that he just happened to be driving by my new school for some reason, which isn't anywhere near my old school, and saw me
With another
walking
girl.
with another girl,
Okay.
which would be perfectly fine.
Right.
Yo, you just get raided? Yo! Rissa with the raid. What's going on, Rissa?
Welcome.
Yo, thank you for the raid. I hope your stream was fantastic and awesome. We're having a good time. I'm telling a really funny story about one of my two crazy exes.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's pretty good. But thank you so much for the raid. I hope your stream was good. Let me know how it went. Welcome in raiders as well.
Raider
So
Nation.
so then she tells me all this and I'm like, okay, well, what's wrong with that? I'm not dating you. I never dated you.
Yeah.
I guess what was wrong with that was, and I started getting like angry text messages from my friends at my old school, like telling me that I fucked up. And I was like, well, I don't know what I did wrong.
Right.
And they were like, you're cheating. And I was like, on what, a math test? Like,
right.
what do you mean? And apparently she was going around the whole school telling them that we were dating.
Right.
And obviously I couldn't defend myself.
Oh my God, you're so sweet.
What was that? Yo, Kignack, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate that. So I wasn't able to defend myself, obviously, because I was at a different school.
Yeah.
So so then I start getting these messages and I'm super confused what's going on. Eventually I piece the whole thing together. So then I have to text her and I have to tell her, like, we're not dating. We never did officially date.
Yeah.
We had a short thing going on. That was over a year ago now. You need to move on.
Yeah.
Like,
Grow
this
up.
is weird what you're doing. Like, I don't know why you're telling people we're dating, but you need to stop because we're not. It doesn't really affect me much if they think that we are, but I don't want people to have this negative connotation of me that I'm like cheating.
Yeah, a cheater for no reason other than you
So,
being a
yeah, I
weirdo.
cleared up with my friends and they were like, oh, okay. I don't know why she's doing that, but yeah, that's weird. Also, there was no other girl at the new school. I was not dating anyone, at least not yet, you know? And so
Interesting.
it was fucking weird. When I told her that, she told me, you can never get rid of me. You'll always have my heart. So I immediately blocked her and then told all of my friends to tell her to stop ever talking to me again or I'm going to call the police. And that didn't stop her. She
Oh.
made new Instagram accounts and new accounts on everything just to like contact me. So eventually I had to like tell her, like, I'm calling the police. Like, you're stalking me now. This is really weird.
This is crazy.
I'm in a different city now and you're still like stalking me. It was super weird. Eventually it like went away. But what was really ironic was she is now married to a guy who has the same name as me and the same job as me, but is the very exact opposite of me.
Yeah.
He has like a horrible receding hairline, so he like finally decided to shave his head, and he has this big giant beard, and he's like, I think he's 5'6" and very, very fat. Not saying like, you know, not fat shaming anyone, but like he's the opposite of me. But I like to think it's funny that she found someone with the same name and the same job as me. And the only reason I knew this was because one of my best friends sent me a picture. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. She's fucking a psycho. And he's like, no, read the caption. So I read the caption and I was like, that's weird. That is really, really weird. You find someone with the same name and the same occupation and almost the same birthday too, which is even
Okay.
more
well,
strange.
Now this is insane.
Yeah. So she's a psychopath. And then the second,
Man, you must be great to date.
we didn't date. We didn't even date.
You
So
must be a great conversationalist.
I mean, I like to think so. I'm a pretty interesting guy, you know?
Yeah. You only
interesting enough to have my own podcast, you know. I'm just kidding. No, so the next one, ironically, her name was also Ashley, which is why the running gag I did on past Crabucation, I said we got to get rid of all the Ashleys,
Oh,
or like just lower the amount. And anyone who has the middle name Marie, there's too many. That was because of that. I dated 2 different ones, and both of them were psychotic. So this was fast forward. This Ashley was before the last one that we just talked about. Hopefully that makes sense.
what's up with the thumbnail?
What's my name? My name's Krabby. What's up with the thumbnail? Oh, it's about what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're live on Twitch and YouTube, guys. So if you're seeing us respond to chat, you can't see it's because it's on the other platform.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is an Ashley that I actually dated before I even ever got to know that well, the one we just talked about, right?
Yeah.
So then fast forward like 3 years. It's like my senior year of high school, and I am walking to class, and I like out of the corner of my eye, I see a face that is like, wait, like a double take kind of thing, and I look, and there's this girl that I dated years prior, like I'd say like beginning of high school,
Okay.
right? And so, but this was at a completely different high school in a completely different city. So you can imagine how confused and like weirded out I was.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, that's weird. That's probably not the same person. So then I'm walking, and this is the beginning of the school year. So I'm walking, and I go to my next class, and I go and I sit down, and then she walks in. And I was like, all right, there's some weird shit going on here. Something's astray here. Something's happening. And she walks in, and we make eye contact, and she goes, and then without breaking eye contact, walks straight over to me, and I was like, oh shit, here we go.
It is her.
It was her.
Yeah.
And she walks over and she goes, oh my God, what are you doing here? And I was like,
Just going to school.
going to school, you know, the thing we're required to do.
Yeah.
And she was like, I didn't know you even went here. And I was like, yeah, I've been going here for like 2 years now.
Sus.
And then, and I was like, I didn't know you went here. And she's like, today's my first day. And I was like, how weird that you transferred to this exact school that I transferred to. I'm not saying she transferred for me, because she didn't. But, and a big but she had, once she knew that I went there, it was like, now all of a sudden she wanted to like start things up again. And I had fucking math.
By up again, you mean this isn't the same Ashley, right? Different Ashley?
This is the one before the last one we just talked about.
Okay.
Different Ashley, yes. This is the one that did the thing at the park.
Yeah.
I really don't want to tell that story again.
No, it's pretty fucking awful.
It's a pretty fucking terrible story. So,
That's fucked.
mind, I still have those memories
Yeah.
in my head that I remember what she did.
Yeah.
And she broke up with me. I kind of made her do it, but nonetheless, she broke up with me. So then she's wanting to like, you know, restart things. And I was like, I actually fucking hate you.
Yeah.
You're really disgusting and weird. And she like had no memory apparently of anything that had happened. So I
Any
had to
wrongdoings.
re-explain to her this horrible thing that happened to me that she caused. And she goes, oh yeah, that did happen. I'm sorry. And that was it. That was all she says.
At least she's sorry.
And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I forgive you. And then she was like, so how do you like this school? And like, just try to like move on like we're friends. And I was like, no, I don't want to like be friends with you. Like,
no.
you
fucked
did a
that.
really fucked up thing. And it was really gross. And I still don't like I forgave you, yes, but I still don't like you.
Right.
And she was like, what the fuck? Why? And like got all pissed off. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. So I had math with this girl, and I'm not good at math.
Well.
And ADHD doesn't help out with that. So then on top of all of this, not being able to pay attention, not being able to understand math, now I have this stupid bitch that's conveniently sits like right behind me to the left, just fucking talking my ear off the whole class, just going on and on and on. And I was like, oh my God. And then one of her best friends conveniently was sitting right next to her. So then her best friend is like, I'm on her side. You are being the dick. So then I'm like being like attacked for no
Right,
reason.
yep.
So then eventually like I get super fed up. So then I like told her friend, I was like, you want to know what actually happened? Because I doubt she probably told you the story. So then I tell her friend the story of the park incident. I really don't want to tell the story again,
No,
so
you
I'm
don't
not
have
going to.
Yeah. No.
And then her friend is like, you slut. and immediately turns on her
Teammate
and just
gamed.
like starts shitting on her and is like, "You absolute skank." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I think I just started a war
I
back
think
there."
I'm good here now. Like they're gonna be
Yeah.
battling this one out. I can dip.
So I was just like, I'm gonna go back to being in class now. So I just
Yeah.
move on with my life. And then I'd say like a week or two goes by, and then her friend starts like our thing that we built together as friends was that I told her that her friend did a really bad thing. So essentially I ruined their friendship. So now she thinks that like that now we're friends. Like I replaced this girl.
That's not a bad gig.
Yeah, and she, I mean, was not that weird. But then not too long later, and this girl, her friend, Ashley's friend, she was like a control V control C control V, like copy paste, like they were like twins but not related at
Oh.
all. They looked the same, they sounded the same. It was really really annoying. And so then I'd say like a month later or so, her friend tells me that she likes me and she like wants to like, oh, let's like go get coffee sometime or something. And I was like, for one, I had a girlfriend at the time. So I was like, I have a girlfriend. And also two, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like you. Like you remind me a lot of her, and I don't mean that in a bad way. You guys look like sisters.
I mean that in a bad way.
And immediately she now hated my guts.
That's tough.
And her and then we're right back to being best friends. So it was really funny to me that like one guy, being me, could cause so much disdain
Yeah, you
and then
fractured their
be something
friendship,
that they
and then-
both
yeah.
hate. So then now they both just hated me during class, but then we'd leave class and her friend wasn't around, and then Ashley would just go back to like trying to mend things again. It was a very, very weird scenario.
Love that.
So I think it's pretty safe to say that year of math, I didn't learn anything, and quite honestly, I have no idea how I passed math my senior year. No, junior year. I didn't have math my senior year.
Well, that's nice.
What's up, Sav? Great to see you. Yeah, it was really nice not having. I didn't have science and I didn't have math my senior year.
Dude, science my senior was tits. I had chemistry, and the teacher was in a wheelchair, and he would do tricks. On top of that, he was just a fucking like really funny dude. It's always science teachers though that are funny as fuck.
Hold on.
What?
What kind of wheelchair tricks? Because you said that, I just pictured him bringing like a ramp and then
Well, so he
like
so
jump in his wheelchair somehow.
so like we're sitting here right at this level. He
Like
had
ollie.
no, he had a ramp that he would go up to his desk because it was like really elevated. And no, actual, it was like
It seems like a silly thing to do for someone in a wheelchair. Like
it
I'm
was so
gonna
he could see
elevate.
everybody in the class. I understand why, because fucking people in high school. So
How many did you have?
what do you mean?
How many kids were in the class? Was like a lot?
I would say maybe 30.
That's a normal amount.
Yeah, I think so. But it's always the fucking like science teachers that are really fucking cool. They're like that, and the art teachers sometimes, unless they're really critics. But science teachers I have found are like really chill because they do those labs where they can blow shit up or like set shit on fire. And I imagine that seeing the wonderment in kids' faces every single time, because it's just the
Just
same.
never gets old.
Yeah, it's the same age of kids, just new kids coming in, and you're like a magician performing.
Same level of stupidity.
Yeah.
Like every year, just different faces.
You're performing just chemistry magic in front of their eyes, like
True. Yeah.
a green flame or that little like fucking 5-gallon water thing where they make it like a fucking
Oh yeah.
fire jet out of it.
I did that. There's a video somewhere on YouTube from many years ago that I posted when I was really young. I thought it was cool, but I made it shoot. Like it launched. It was pretty cool.
That's sick as fuck.
Anyways, so I don't know how I managed to do the things that I did when I was in high school, but you can ask Candace and she will attest to these things. My senior year of high school, I somehow convinced them that I didn't need to take another science class. And
Did you just gaslight the teachers?
well, so since I transferred schools, they somehow recognized, like I convinced them to recognize credits of a previous class I took at my old school,
Right.
and somehow got like they accredited that to cover chemistry. So I never took chemistry in high school. I took
You
earth
missed out.
science, I took biology, and I took That was it. I only had to do 2 years of science, actually.
In biology, did you watch the hairy pussy video?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the worst science. Chemistry is the best one because they're just like blowing shit
Well,
up.
so I took chemistry in college, which is arguably
okay,
better.
okay. Yeah, probably.
But I actually, I was the fucking clown of the class that was making jokes because I knew about the hairy pussy video coming up in biology, and
Yeah.
no one else did because they just try to make it a surprise for some reason, which is
Yeah.
terrible. They should tell you, like, now, guys, you're gonna see what looks to be a monster, like a monkey that's ripping apart
Throwing
something,
up a baby.
but it's actually the beauty of life. And then when that came, I remember just like I thought it was funny to like yell and be like, ah, you know. Also, I didn't even watch that in high school. I watched that in 7th grade.
Love
So
that.
what do you expect from a 7th grader?
Other than
Anything other than making vagina
liquid
jokes.
immaturity.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Anyways, it's also especially funny when you don't understand how biology works, but you still think you're funny, so you make jokes that don't even make sense. You know? Like, it's like, oh, she's having her period. Because like blood would come out.
I think
and
it's
the-
funnier that it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and then the class would laugh, and the teacher's like, "You fucking, are you retarded?
You've learned nothing.
Yeah. Do you understand what periods are?" And I was like, "It's blood, dude." Like,
Period. Period.
period,
Period.
No. But I remember yelling that, and the teacher just going and just shaking his head, and I was like, ah. And then all the kids laughed because they're like, "Oh, vagina blood, that's a period."
Do you think it's really awful
know.
to be a biology teacher now that that period song is out?
I feel like it would be for a portion of the year.
I kind of want to be that like cringe biology teacher that uses period as a part of the lesson. That way the kids can't get the laugh. You know, you're just like this
I would
is
just
this
think you're
is period
cringe.
this is period.
Yeah, I would just think that's cringe.
But you're allowed to be cringe when you're 40 years old with a goatee and Oakleys and teaching like 7th graders and a bald head.
that doesn't mean you should be, you know.
Well, it
Like
gives
just
you the
because you
cringe card.
can do something doesn't mean you should do something.
I think you should if you can.
Okay, I can murder you, but I shouldn't.
I think you shouldn't do that too. Now that let's yeah, let's reel that one back in.
No, so my senior year of high school, you'd go in for orientation, and that's where like you find out your schedule and stuff like that, right?
Oh, okay.
So I showed up during orientation, and senior year you can get open periods, which have nothing to do with menstrual cycles,
Right.
or the girl on TikTok. It just has to do with the classes, right?
Yeah,
so
you just sit down and do homework pretty much. And then,
yeah. So the
like
high
hall.
school that I went to, we had block schedule. I think you said yours was the same thing.
Yeah.
Like 1-3-5 one day, the next day is 2-4-6.
Yep.
So you only have 3 classes a day.
I really like that.
I loved it. I thought I was gonna hate it when I transferred, but it made the days go by faster somehow. Because
Yeah.
it was like knowing, oh, I only have 2 more classes. Oh, this is my last class of the day.
Yep.
It was like better for some reason.
And then you get that
Anyways.
mentality of like, oh, after this class, I only have 1 lunch and then 2 hours of one class. It's like a really weird math that your brain does to
Yeah,
make the
it's
day feel
very
short.
strange. But so when I went in to get my schedule, the school had like a very strict policy that like open periods could only be at the end of the day.
Okay.
I don't know why. It was just
You can just leave
a
early or
thing.
no?
Yeah. So like if you had open 5th period, which was like the open period that everybody had,
Okay.
then you'd go to 1-3, and then at lunch you were done, and like your day was over, right?
That's kind of fine.
So I was like, that's pretty cool. But I play a lot of sports, and I would much rather just sleep in. So somehow I convinced this woman through probably a lot of gaslighting that I didn't have any way of getting home if the day ended early, because I knew sports wasn't going to be good enough, because they'd be like, just wait or something like that. So I was like, yeah, I don't have any way of getting home, so I'll just be like waiting a super long time, which is essentially the same thing as sports, right? So I got her to give me an open morning period. So every other day, I didn't start school until 10:45 a.m.,
That's fucking awesome.
which was amazing.
I think that's better than getting the day off early.
Yeah, me too. And
You
everybody
had to
else,
wake up in the morning. Oh,
yeah, like one day I'd get up at 7:30, 8 o'clock. The next day I would get up at 10:15, you
Yep.
know, and it was awesome. And then I'd roll up to school, and almost every other day, I should say, because it had that morning off or that period out, there would be some school instructor, like, you know, the proctors that just like walk around with like those safety vests on for some reason
It's
or
like,
whatever.
you're illegal here. You're
Yeah,
not
I'd
supposed
walk
to
up
fucking...
and they would immediately go into like school shooting mode and like stop me because I'm someone with a backpack walking onto campus late. And
Really
I'm like,
late.
no, no, no. I go here. I just have an open second period. And they'd be like, that's not a thing. And I'd have to show my ID card. And it took like 2 months for the same person to finally recognize me and be like, oh, I do know you.
You know, it's
You
like
do go here.
the guilt that they would have if the day that they actually trusted you was the day you brought the gun to school. You
Right.
know, like,
and I
so
get that now.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like, fucking dumb adult, you know? Stupid fucking idiot. I go here. I have a backpack. And there
It's
was
not
like,
loaded with
yeah.
ammunition or anything.
Also, I had my license already. And I had worked the entire summer prior. And I bought this like shitty truck.
That's
So I
pretty
had my own car and I had my license. And I blatantly lied to that woman's face and told her that I had no way of getting home just so I could sleep in every other day.
Mm.
And you'd think that that would be like better. But actually, I was late almost all the time, and it was every day I started late, I was late.
Damn.
Yeah, because remember we were talking earlier, I was like, the way my brain works is
Well, you
I'll
just
find
said
the
you wake up at
loopholes.
10:15 and you didn't start school until 10:30.
10:45.
Yeah, still not giving
30
yourself...
minutes to get up and get to school is
Yeah.
plenty of time.
No.
Yeah, I only live 20 minutes from the school, so
It's okay, yeah.
plenty of time.
Right.
That's a 10-minute buffer.
My bad.
Super easy.
I just abused myself. That's funny. If you were on the fly on the wall earlier.
No, the later I started, the more I was like, the more time I told myself I had to sleep in. I'd be like, I don't have to get up. I don't start till 10:45. Who cares if it's 10:22?
Get up.
And then I one time got my mom to write me one note that was like, my son is late because he has butt pimples or whatever fucking reason it is, right?
Yeah.
And I had the genius idea because I didn't put a date on it. I photocopied it. So I had an unlimited amount of get out of late passes.
Yeah.
And every day I'd be like, McDonald's sounds good today. And I'd go through the drive-thru, get myself a McGritty, roll up, go into the
Hit
office.
the McGritty too.
And they'd be like, how's it going? They knew me and I'd like throw them the pass. And then eventually, after a while, they were like, hey, so we've been saving these and
They're
these
all
all
the
look the
exact
same.
same.
And I was like, that's weird.
Yeah,
It's
my
a
mom just
chronic-
copies and
It's
pastes.
a chronic illness. Because it was like, I think I told them I had like IBM or IBS or something like
Yeah,
that.
IBM, the computers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was like IBS because it was like upset stomach, like feeling sick. And then I was turned it on like the asshole mode where I was like, yeah, I didn't really want to like talk about that. Like I have diarrhea every morning. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. And
Let's
never was a problem
go.
ever again.
Let's go. Gaslighting him to thinking that they're embarrassing a kid.
It was, yeah. Wait, what did he kept them in his glove box? Yeah, Candace remembers because one time she opened it and there was like a stack of papers,
You
and
just
she was
had a
like,
stack?
"What is this?" And I
That's
was like,
awesome.
"Those are passes, so that I don't, so I can show up late." And she was like, "That why? Just show up." And I was like, "Yeah, but sometimes I don't." And
Like oftentimes I don't.
eventually they stopped being excusable
Like every
because
other day I don't.
they were like, "You've run out of excusable tardies," and I was like, "They're excusable." She's like, "Yeah, but you don't get unlimited amount of those." And I was like, "Why? I have a pass."
Yeah, I also have IBS. You can't
I
just
was like,
unexcuse my IBS.
Yeah, I can. I pooped my pants this morning. And they were like, "Well, eventually we're gonna need a doctor's note if this is gonna
I'll
be."
send you a
reoccurring
picture of me
thing."
pooping my pants.
Well, I remember I called their bluff, and they stood their ground so hard because they're like, "Yeah, well, we're gonna need a doctor's note," and I was like, "Okay, I'll bring you one," and they're like, "Okay, I'll expect it tomorrow morning," and I was like, "Yeah, so I don't know if I can see my doctor that soon."
Yeah. Tomorrow morning. Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. So eventually they caught on, and then that was actually the reason why I almost didn't walk at my graduation. And I remember sitting in the office, and the assistant principal was telling me that, and I was like,
But like I passed all my classes though, right?
"Yeah," I
Like,
was like, "But I."
you gonna cry about it a little more about how I didn't come to school and I still passed, or
Yeah,
you
I
gonna
was
give me my
like,
degree?
"So did I fail any classes?" And he's like, "Somehow you didn't." And I was like, "Okay, that sounds like a compliment. So thank you."
So why are you?
And then
pressed?
I was like, "So why am I not gonna walk?"
Right.
And then he was like, "Because you were tardy too many times." And I was like, "Okay, so
That's
why
dumb.
should that bother me then?"
I do my work more efficiently than the other students, is what you're saying to me.
Yeah,
right now.
and then he was like, you don't get to you don't get the privilege of walking if you can't show up on time. And I was like, okay,
It's
then.
not a privilege. I've earned it by getting good grades.
Well, I didn't even care about graduation. I didn't care about walking. I was like, okay, on the last day of school, give me my diploma and we'll call it even. And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, am I
Did I
walking
not
or not?
earn my
He's like, no,
diploma?
you're walking. And I was like, okay, so now walking at graduation is turning into like a punishment. And then when I was leaving, he was like, if it was up to me, you would not be walking. And I was like, okay.
So then who's it up to?
And then he's
Get
like,
the
you know
fuck
what?
outta
You
here,
wouldn't
dude.
even be graduating. And I was like, well, that is not up to you.
Right.
And then I walked out of the office and he fucking hated my guts, dude.
Yeah, I put in the work, put in the hours.
I
but
was
it's mine.
not a good person in high school.
Well, you got good grades, so
No, I didn't.
well, you got good enough grades to pass.
I got
Diploma?
barely enough credits to graduate because I convinced them that my credits from my old school counted and they didn't.
That's awesome.
Yeah, someone told me that they could, so I was like, oh, then I don't have to take science. And so I didn't. And then when the senior year came around, they were like, so we did a oopsie. And I was like, well, so
sounds
and
like a
so
you
told me
problem.
this. And I wound up being able, they were somehow, which I don't know if it was really allowed, they turned like photography class credits somehow into a science credit because I was missing one.
I mean, I'm going for digital cinematography, and I'm getting a bachelor's of science.
In science, right? I think that was how they twisted it. Also, they were like, we really don't want a student to not graduate because of us.
Yeah.
So they were like, get out, get out, get out.
Yeah.
Just like scooted
We
me
don't
through.
want to oopsie here.
But it probably wouldn't have been as hard for them to justify that if I didn't have all D pluses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Also, when they tell you don't graduate with D's, they're blatantly lying.
I don't know who has ever said
Right
that.
here. My entire school staff was like, D's don't get degrees. Well, they get diplomas. That's why it's called a diploma, because you can get it with a D.
Yeah.
I got all D's.
That's what they call it. They call it the diploma in high school.
Oh wait, no, I did have an A. I got an A in
you
choir.
fucking nerd.
I got an A in choir.
Ugh. You know? Ugh.
There was actually still tests.
Ickles.
Well, not very many of those. It was mostly girls, which is really funny because people would be like, "Oh, you're in choir? What are you, gay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gay
Because I hang around
because I hang
girls.
around with a bunch of pretty girls." And they're like,
Wait, hang on.
and they were like, "Wait, fuck."
How do I get in choir?
They're like,
They're
"Shit, that
I've
doesn't."
been lied to.
Yeah, a
Hang
bunch
on.
of pretty girls who can sing really well. Yeah, that makes me gay for sure.
They're like, you know what? You just like change somebody's whole perspective.
You know what's crazy? The next year, they had more dudes in choir than they ever had, and I like to take
you were a
credit for that.
spokesperson, yeah.
I actually was. So I got hired, hired in my senior year to make like a promotional video for the choir by our choir's teacher.
Hey, there's hell hot chicks in here. Fucking.
That was literally what I did. The opening, I like did this whole sales pitch. I put on like a suit.
Hi, I'm Anson
And I was like,
Johnson.
hey, I'm not telling you guys my name. I was like, hey, I'm Guy in choir. And then I like had all the pretty girls like lined up behind me. And then I was just standing and they were like, I was like, all right, act like you want to fuck me. I don't know, just like do something. And they were like, okay. So then as soon as I walked, they were all like, like brushed their hands. I was like, all right, this is good. And I was like, a lot of people think choir is boring and stupid and other things. And I was like, but do you think I'd be in choir
I
if
get
it was
so
boring
many
and
bitches.
stupid? And look at all these pretty women behind me. And the choir teacher was like, I don't know if we should print that. And I was like, dude,
You want more male and
we're going to print this. And he was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm trusting you. And they probably shouldn't because I
Yeah.
threw a lot of really.
dude. Never have I ever or will I ever trust a fucking kid.
Also, when I was doing the final print, I didn't show him the final cut, which is even funnier. Because I had this whole thing. I had this old man mask.
Yeah, okay.
And this dude was fucking old as shit, man. He was wrinkly as fuck. He looked like my balls. Like
So the old man
when
mask?
it's cold, it's
What
like
the-
wrinkly.
Yeah.
So the old man mask somewhat resembled him.
Oh,
But I
okay.
took a bunch
The
of cotton
teacher.
balls and I taped them to the top of it to like be his hair. And then I got my buddy to like pretend to be him. And so it was this whole running gag where I just completely roasted him in the video. And he said yes to the video. And then I switched them when I gave it to the office to like play for the announcements.
Love that.
The whole school saw this. I also had a giant penis in the background of one of the shots that no one noticed, which was really awesome. And I really wish I still had that video.
I don't.
It was not. It was like a drawing of a penis, not an actual.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't need to see your child penis.
No, no, no. I was also 18 at the time, so
Oh, okay. That's legal now. Let's watch it.
yeah. So it wasn't. It wouldn't have been a child showing his penis. It would have been an adult showing his penis to a whole high school.
Yeah.
But it
Wait.
wasn't my penis. It was a drawing, okay? And I drew it very subtly in the background of stuff, and no one caught it. I was actually really disappointed about that. I was waiting for someone to like call me to the office and be like, "You think you're fucking funny, huh?"
I think I do.
And I was like, "Yeah, it really does. You guys played that. You didn't even watch it. Like, you
You're not
like
screening
my
this.
teacher watched a different video, said it was good. I told you that, and you're like, all right, it probably is, and then you played it, and it was
It
really
could have just
funny.
been hardcore porn the whole time, and then
Well, they probably would have turned it off.
they
pretty
would have turned
early
it
on.
off, but they would have played it.
Penetration would have showed. You know.
Yeah.
They probably would have. But yeah. Funny you actually say hardcore corn.
Okay.
I actually found a hard drive at my school. Not a hard drive, a thumb drive
Oh,
at my
okay.
school that
It
I
made you hard.
I
so it was a
still
hard
have
drive.
to this day. I still have. I think the footage is still on there, so I could literally show you proof
Okay.
of my teacher fucking. Like, I found this in the class. It was just this tiny little HP blue 5 or 6
You found it-
gigabyte
You
thumb
found this
drive
thumb drive in the class whom the teacher
taught
that was in the videos that was fucking?
in his classroom.
Oh, it's he.
Yes.
So
And
he
his
was
wife.
trying to make it oh.
I don't know why it was at the school to begin with.
Why on a thumb drive? I guess that was all the rave back in the day, true. So
This was 2012 or so.
yeah, thumb drives were big.
But I was very poor, and I like saw a thumb drive and I was like, "Yo,
Let's plug
free.
this in.
I was like, I wanted a thumb drive, you know? Like,
Okay,
why
yeah.
not, right?
They were
I didn't
huge,
have
yeah.
any other memory storage, and 6 gigabytes back then was a lot to me.
Yeah.
So I was like 6. So I got home, plugged it into my family computer because I didn't have my own, right? And then I was like, all right, let's clear these files off. And I literally,
Just drag them to the desktop.
I went to delete them all, and I was like, well, let's see what they are. Maybe it's like something cool. And I opened it, and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, no one's going to believe what I just found. And I'm not exaggerating a damn thing. I'm fucking serious as shit. I will track down that fucking thumb drive wherever it is. I think it's in there in my room.
We can search it later.
Yeah, I will find it just to prove my point. And I showed it to Candace has seen it. She's seen the footage and the contents that are on there. It was really gross. Yeah. It was not like cool videos or like, damn. It was like, oh, what the fuck?
Oh. Is
Like-
it like handheld? He's holding the camera, or is it set
Yep,
up?
it's POV
Okay.
of him and like separate POVs. Like some from her POV,
She's also holding the camera
some
sometimes?
from his POV, some were just photos of her. It's really
It's really
riveting
beneficial
stuff.
that you found that and not somebody that would just like show that to, well, authorities, because he could have gone to jail.
Oh, I didn't show it to any authorities.
Right.
I showed it to a lot of people though.
Oh, 100%.
I showed it to so many of my friends. It was really funny. And I think the word got out because I started hearing other teachers talk about like something of like a student finding personal thumb drive of a teacher, and I was like,
That sounds like
all
me.
you snitches better not fucking rat me out.
Yeah.
So I've immediately disposed of it. Not really. I just didn't keep it on me ever.
Yeah.
But I always told myself, I was like, you know, I'm not a fan of blackmailing, but if I gotta graduate,
Yeah. If I got an F in this
I
class,
gotta graduate. I know how. I know how to get away with it.
I now have an A in this class, right, Mr. What the fuck?
I don't even remember what his name was. Do you remember his name? You don't have to say it.
Let's
Okay,
dox
thanks.
him. Name and address?
No, I'm not even saying what high school it was.
I'm gonna point the microphone
yeah,
at the
yeah.
sign language. You guys can make out what you're
Yeah.
finding.
Like the Colin Farrell one, but gross. It was very gross. The only thing I will describe that was on that thumb drive was Red Wings.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It was yucky. It was really yucky.
Not a pleasant sight.
I do still want
I
to
had
see
to
it.
try my file. I didn't put new ones on,
Nice.
but I took off the paint.
You got a new file?
The little nail drill thing.
Oh, you just got it?
Yeah, I got it today.
Dope.
I took off the paint.
Cool. Show me when you're done.
It'll just be black.
Okay. Show me when we're done. Okay, cool.
More than
Wait, before you go,
Another truly.
I didn't have one to start with.
You want a truly or you want?
No, truly.
Also a question. Would you be able to do like a marbleized white and black kind of looking pattern?
Maybe.
I think that would look cool.
I know that was a little bit off topic. Kind of derailed a little bit.
Done before, so I might be able to do it, but I don't think I'd be very good. But I can try.
I
Thank you.
am but a test subject.
Try it on my
I didn't even have that written down to talk.
clear and black.
Yeah.
I didn't even have that written down to talk about tonight. That was like something that just came to me.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that experience and moment of my life in a very long time. So we can kind of retrack on topic a little bit, or if you wanted to move to the special segment.
I think we have one more, that way we don't fucking clickbait people.
We should talk about the explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
We can't
yeah.
leave them hanging on that.
Yeah.
I didn't leave it hanging dingleberry, so I'm not going to leave them hanging like a dingleberry.
I mean, I talked about it a little bit last night, but since yesterday, the diarrhea has become explosive, and I have pooped more than I have eaten. And I don't know how that really works. It's like a phenomena that's happening inside of me. Like it's like, I like to think somewhere in another universe, they discovered how to harness black holes, and that's where they send their trash and their poop, but they don't know where it goes.
It comes out of here.
And the alternate universe of me, his poop is being sent into my bowels, and I'm shitting for 2, because the amount of time I pooped 4 times today.
It's a poop pal instead of a pen pal.
Pretty much. I pooped 4 times today. I pooped 7 times yesterday, and like 4 times the day before that.
That's a lot.
And the special one
The
that
healthy amount is just poop once a
the
day.
special one that Candace was like, "Ew, that's gross." And then I told her, I was like, so look, I flushed, but you got to go look at the toilet. And she came back and she was like, "How did you do that?"
Yeah.
I sat down, and it was like one of those like rumbly fart poops where it's like,
Yeah.
you know, but all diarrhea, no solidity to it at all.
No, it's just
Not even
spitting.
viscous.
It's just spray painting the whole bowl.
And then on top of that, it was the most interesting color I've ever seen in my entire life. It looked like if you mixed Gerber baby food, mustard, and then like the water that's left after like ceramic, like clay, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like all that mixed together. And then you put it into like a super soaker squirt gun, and then you went on the back curvature of the toilet bowl. And you just got this weird pasty mustard Gerber baby food color on the back curvature of the toilet bowl. And I flushed and I watched all this color swirl, and I was like, wow, that was an interesting color that just happened there. It was kind of goofy. And then I was like, okay, change. Okay, change colors. Now I flushed. Okay, changed colors. All the poop is gone. And it
Yeah.
didn't. The bowl was painted that interesting taupe, orange, yellow, brown
You stained
mixture.
it.
It was crazy.
You stained it.
I've never seen anything like that.
Stained the porcelain.
Did I poison myself with food? No.
I think Zane poisoned you with COVID.
Yeah, Zane brought COVID into the house. That's what all of us have been. Like, Candace got the brunt of it, but I just got squirts.
Yeah, I got sick for I think a day, maybe 2 days. But the day that I was really sick, I took a Mucinex, and Zane was like, I'd offered him a Mucinex when he was sick another time,
Oh,
and he was
yeah.
like, "No, I don't really. Mucinex doesn't really agree with me. I tend to explode out of the ass." And I was like, "Huh?
What a
that's-
fucking idiot.
Yeah, I was like, that's a really weird side effect."
Yeah, I was
to
like,
have.
L gene you have.
Yeah, and I was like, I've never had that happen before. And I was like, huh, weird. And just like brushed it off. Well, fast forward to that day that I had COVID pretty bad. I was like, Mucinex will probably help me out and loosen the mucus, get the fuck out. The rest of the day, I was gripping the toilet. Like, fucking, I couldn't trust farts. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I
maybe
understand
he's
entirely.
onto something. And I was like, have I always done this? I just like I
It makes
couldn't
you
remember the last
reconsider,
time.
right?
Yeah, I couldn't remember the last time I had Mucinex, and I was like, maybe
I didn't, so that doesn't happen to me. I could drink a bottle. Well, okay, maybe not a bottle. I'd probably die. but
drink a bottle.
I could
They're
drink.
pills.
No, Mucinex has liquid.
Oh, weird.
Well, at least that's the one that I take. Is like the Mucinex Max. It's Max, and even that doesn't give me diarrhea, so I know I'm immune.
That would probably give me max poop.
Yeah, but I forgot to mention the funniest part of the Gerber baby food diarrhea. We were all sitting in in my office where I stream, and we were watching a funny video. I remember what it was, but I'm not gonna say what it was for Dennis's sake.
They're just making pancake
Anyways,
better.
they were making pancake batter on stream.
Yeah, nothing weird.
If you know what that means, you're a real one. If you don't, whatever. Anyways, I'm sitting there, and I'll reenact what happens with no commentary, and then I'll explain so you guys can kind of see. This was me when watching. I'm laughing. I don't know if you caught it. I don't know if you saw exactly what happened there, but there's this technique I learned in high school
It's a little lifting fart.
early on. If you just slide your cheeks to any direction, you pick you'd be right-handed, left-handed, right cheek, left cheek. You slide it and then just adjust a little bit, and you spread your cheeks apart because that's what makes the flappy fart sound. And you don't push. That is the key. You don't push.
You just let it slide.
You let it get, you push till it gets to right at the sphincter, and then you just relax, and it goes silent. Oh, and maybe deadly. Who knows? Depends on the fart.
Yeah.
And so I was like, quiet fart, and then it was like, and I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh, that was weird. That felt like, I don't know. Yeah, and then I did a little adjustment, and my cheeks were lubricated, and they slid, and I was like, yeah, okay, I gotta go check that. And so I went to the bathroom, and I was fully expecting to have to turn the shower on and clean my little whistle. And I pulled.
Call a whistle.
You've never heard?
You get your butthole blown off in.
Sometimes, you know.
Okay. I see you.
Sometimes after I get out of the shower, I just blow dry it. You know,
It makes a noise.
it's
like
what
an
the blow
open
dryer
milk-
does.
Oh, it's like an open milk.
Well, I
jug
mean,
is
if
what
I spread my cheeks enough, it's like a little, you know, and then it's like, I don't like when Nova gets off the couch and
It's
she lifts her
like-
tail. There's like a little,
It's like when you have one
she
of those little
opens her
bottles.
butt.
And it's like like what, beer bottles. You're just like,
yeah, like that. But anyways, so I you know I pull my pants down, sit down, and I do the always regretted spread of the undies.
yeah,
I'm like,
gotta
all right,
check.
let's see how much I shitted, and I spread them, and I'm like, it's clean, no moisture.
Let's go.
That's weird. And I was like, okay, well, maybe it was just like when you blow and spit comes out. Maybe that's what happened with my butt.
yeah.
And so I grabbed toilet paper. This is how I learned the color. And I go, wipe, poop. Just poop. Shit all on the toilet paper. And I was like, all right. And I threw it into the toilet bowl.
You didn't shit your pants. You
Somehow-
just shit your butt cheeks.
I shit my ass is what happened. Somehow I shit myself, but my cheeks caught all of the brunt of it. Like they were like,
That's how big of a dumpy you got.
they were just like this, right? So there was space here, but my cheeks were pressed together, and I didn't quite spread them enough, which was a good thing when I was farting. So it went, and then it like hawked a loogie out of my butt, but my cheeks caught the whole thing. And it was not like there's a little bit. There was poop. Like I shitted. I shitted myself and nothing else.
Boy, you shit with that ass.
Yeah, I shitted myself and nothing else. And so then I like double checked my underwear because I was like, okay, there's poop on me, but not in my underwear. Is this like a mystery? Like, have I harnessed the black hole power?
I think so.
My underwear were squeaky clean. I even took a fresh, I used the same poopy toilet paper wipe. No, I took a fresh piece of toilet paper, wiped the inside, clean. I was like, all right, we're good. I don't have to change my pants, but I do need to clean my ass somehow, you know, because sometimes dry paper towels just don't do enough, you know. But I was like, I'm gonna do one solid push.
Paper towel?
Oh, you know what I mean? Toilet paper. Sorry, misspoken.
Yeah. Okay.
I have wiped my ass with paper towels though.
I have
But
to, but
anyways.
it's not like on the regular. So I was like,
So the explosive part comes in because I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it one toot toot, and I'm gonna see like what else is left in the chamber. And so I was like, and it was like one just big pop, and then pop, 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 pop. And it was like everyone was this little sputter of Gerber baby food onto the back brim of the toilet. And I pushed, and I just remember going, ooh. And I had this vivid thought in my head of like, I'm really glad I went to the bathroom because I'm dumb. And if I didn't notice my cheeks were a little slippery,
That'd
I
have
would have
been
been
a
like,
baby
oh,
full
look, another
diaper.
fart. And I would have been like, oh, wow.
you
that
would
was a
grow
lot
an
of poop.
inch sitting down.
Yeah. So I'm glad I went to the bathroom. That was my funny experience with the weirdest color of poop I've ever seen. But I just want you guys to put yourselves in my shoes when you do that wipe and you go, and I was like, what shade is this?
It's like when Forever 21 releases their fall line, and they have that mustard yellow.
Yeah, if I
Color.
posted a picture of that toilet paper, take a picture of it, post it online, it would have been the blue and black dress, gold and whatever it was,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
over again. People would have been arguing about my poo-poo color. It would have
It's just
started a whole
poop
thing.
yellow or black.
Does wiping sometimes stimulate more poop for you? Almost every time. Like sometimes I'll be pooping and I'm like, there's a little, and I give it a little push, it's not coming out. And then I wipe, and then the last bit's like, no, I want to come out now. And then it's like the little kid where you're like, okay, I'm leaving. And they're like, no. And then they run. It's like that, but for poop when I wipe. And then it realizes I'm going to pull my pants up, and then it rushes its way out.
Now, when you go to poop, do you just sit or do you spread before you sit?
Do I pull my cheeks apart?
Yeah.
No, I sit.
You just sit?
I sit and then
Yeah,
I
that's-
get
okay, that's what I do.
comfy.
Yeah.
And then I get comfy. you know?
Well, so I'll sit, then I'll spread my cheeks and like mount them on the seat. Thing.
Yeah, you got to prepare.
You gotta spread it that way. You don't just paint the whole inside of your ass.
Yeah, if you just sit down and poop, you're a fucking maniac.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna what happened to me accidentally, you're gonna do on purpose.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have more to clean up.
Yeah.
If I have a more streamline out of the chamber straight into the fucking water.
There's also someone at my work that, because every Friday we have to do we do a cleanup, right? So I always volunteer to clean the bathroom because no one else will, and it's not that gross to me, right? Like poop is gross, but like I don't just like with my hand, like I'm wearing gloves, I have proper cleaning equipment.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, I'll clean the bathroom. And every week that I'm there and clean, because like obviously I wasn't there today, I've been off this week, there is a little piece of poop in an impressive spot on the toilet. Like I painted the back curvature of the toilet. First time I've ever done that. Somehow this person, like I found it, like I'm convinced that they rush to the toilet sometimes and barely make it, because I've seen poop on the back wall and then down. And I had to clean that not on a Friday, just because however many people before me saw it and were like, ew, and then just pooped on top of it and like didn't clean it, right?
Yeah.
But every time without fail on the toilet, so the part you sit on the seat, right? You flip that up, there's that inner ring. Right, you know what I'm talking about? So it's like the curve and then it goes out, there's that ring. On the ring on the inside, but not below, on the ring that is primarily covered by the seat, they somehow shit along that ring. And there will be like a line of poop that goes on the ring. And I cannot figure out how they're doing it or if they're doing it on purpose. I don't know if they're fucking with me. But every time without fail, there's at least a little bit of poop on the magic ring.
That just sounds like a skill.
Yeah, at first I was like, how the fuck? And now I'm like, oh, there it is again. Like I'd be disappointed if it wasn't there.
Yeah, they're good at
And
it.
the only thing I can think of is that they don't spread when they sit.
Must be.
And then their cheeks make a ramp. So when they poop, instead of going down, it goes whoop, and it like water fountains out. Because obviously they're having diarrhea.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Okay.
So it would only make sense to me that this liquid, or it's like when you pee after sex and it dual streams.
Yeah.
So like one's going out the front, but there's like a little separation on the cheek, and then the
'cause
backside angles it.
Cum comes out of a different like tube than
Yeah.
pee. So
So it's like that's my best hypothesis. That's the only thing I can think of how they're doing that. But every time there's a little bit of shit smeared on the magic ring, and I know who it is. I figured out who it is.
You had it tested.
Well,
it off for
so
testing.
I went in there one day after to clean the bathroom, cleaned it. Only one person went in,
Ooh.
then it was there. And so I went and confronted them privately and asked them how they were doing it. And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, okay, well,
Come with me.
don't take this the wrong way, but come with me to the bathroom. And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, now you know. Now you're telling me you know, and you
Yeah.
just don't want to. Like, I'm not mad. I just want to know how you're doing it.
I want to know how you're doing it, and I want to know why you're not cleaning it up. and
Like, if it
making me
wouldn't be
clean
like,
it.
if it wouldn't be like inappropriate for the workplace, I would be like, let me see you poop. You know, like, let me see your ass when you poop. Like, are your cheeks stapled together? And there's like, that's what's. I don't know what's happening, but it's. I need
He's got
to
a
know.
dick for a butt, right? And here's my hypothesis, and it like poop stimulates the prostate, so he's like, it gets erect, right? But it goes
So
also
his sphincter
forward.
is like,
Yeah, and it fucking like
maybe, and maybe this whole entire conversation is just TMI. But goddamn, is it funny?
yeah, well, yeah.
Took a really long time to figure out who it was too.
You must have felt like Sherlock Holmes when you found out.
I
though.
did. I
Yeah.
really did, because I was like,
Got to
all
the
right, I
bottom
clean
of it.
this, and then I
Literally got to the bottom of it.
Yeah, I saw people going in and out, and I was like, he's the only one who pooped. I know it's you. And he was like, no, it's not me.
Is
And
it
he
still
eats,
happening?
he drinks. Yeah, it still happens.
man.
It's not gonna happen until he either fixes his diet or leaves.
Or spreads his cheeks.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's super weird. He's also technically my boss,
Damn.
so I can't be like poopy butt. You know, like
Hope nobody at work watches this.
some of them do.
Well, they'll know.
That'll
They'll
be
know that you know that.
if I come back and I'm like, hey guys, lost my job. Then you guys know what happened. But no, anyways,
I think
there's a
it's
handful
time.
of us that know it's him.
Oh,
It's like a running gag between some of us.
yeah.
And he is also one of the people who knows, but he's like, dude, it's not me. And I'm like, yeah, it is.
You literally.
And the
are
other
imposter,
one that
dude.
I haven't figured out is someone has fucking horse mane length pubes that they're leaving on the urinal when they go pee. And it's really, really driving me nuts because I go to go pee and there's this long fucking curly hair right where your dick flops out to go use the urinal. And I'm like, someone needs a trim.
Are there any curly-headed dudes?
Yeah, there's a couple. But like I also have curly pubes. Dude, can you imagine having straight pubes?
What
Like
I'm
straight
saying
haired pubes?
is,
That'd be so weird.
could be a couple dudes giving head.
Oh, no one has that long of like head hair.
Oh, okay.
It's all like short or like gelled up and stuff. They're all like cute and stuff. No one has like that long of hair on top. It's a thick pubic hair. Like you can recognize a hair from a hair, you know?
Yeah.
It's a pubic hair.
Okay.
And I see it, and I like I said, I clean the bathroom pretty much every Friday. And there's at least one, sometimes up to like 5. So I wanted to figure out how do you
Slinging webs.
workplace appropriately tell everyone that they gotta do something about it. I don't know if you can. Like, how do you tell someone like, hey man, you gotta trim your pubes?
Your work would need to have like
Like a rep.
some
sort of
like,
representative.
standards.
I don't
for-
know.
for appearance.
It's really bothering me though, because it's like this. It's so long. Like I've never picked it up and been like, you know, but I
You're
would
the person
imagine
that
it's like
filmed
this
the
long.
hairy pussy video, probably.
They were the baby that came out of the
Hairy baby video.
What about beard hair? No. No one has that long of a beard either. Like I'm telling you, this shit is at least longer than my dick. Like it's like fucking long, dude. It's a long hair. Tell everyone to stop shaving their pubes in the men's room. The problem is that they're not shaving.
Yeah, it'd almost be better if he was.
They unzip and then when I know what they're doing because mine has been to the point where it's been too long before. When you go to grab it, sometimes the loose hairs that it just fall out naturally. Sometimes those get caught, and then when you whip it out, it's like phew, and it's like a hair, you know. And they're not gonna be like, oh, let me wipe that up, you know. They're gonna be like, I peed, I'm done,
Yeah.
like a kid, and then they leave.
Dumb man brain.
That's how it works. I don't know. I just want to know, how do you live your life with afro length pubic hair?
Yeah.
How? Because sometimes mine gets a little long and I'm like, oh, I got to go pee and I'm too lazy to unbutton and unzip. So I do the grab and pull down, and I accidentally pinch a clump, and I'm like, you know, you have that quick little, like
yeah.
someone like fingered your butt real quick,
I
and you're
usually
like,
like pinch my sack or something. Yeah.
I don't think I have a very sensitive sack, to be honest.
If you caught that bitch in a zipper, you would have a.
Oh,
sensitive sack.
yeah, I've had that happen. But I thought you meant like with your fingers. Like I could pinch my sack all day, and I'm not gonna be like, ow. You
Oh
know?
yeah,
But I have zipped it up, and I was in tears.
yeah.
And then I'm like, okay,
you
unzip
have to
it. And I'm
pinch
like,
it again to unzip it.
Mhm.
It's like I'll leave these pants to the rest of my life. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
I just did it like a band-aid where I was like, oh,
I
It
always
took a while
do-
to get
I
to that,
always
but-
try and get to like I go really slow and I'll like.
I found the exact tooth where it was caught, and then I went and just pulled right
Oh
there.
my god, no!
It was a bad idea. Yeah, a chunk
Yeah.
of ball came out.
I would imagine you were
A
probably
chunk
leaking
of sack.
because it's a very vascular part.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever bled from your nut sack, but it's not exactly reassuring.
It doesn't stop very.
It's a sack
quickly.
of fluid, so yeah, you could like squeeze it and it'd like squirt ball blood.
yeah,
It's pretty gross.
yeah. When you nick yourself, oof, you think you're gonna fucking die because
Oh, you when you're shaving?
yeah, when
dude.
you,
Oh
you
my
hit an
God.
artery in your fucking cock and you just bleed out. You know.
Oh my god. I haven't nicked the razor I've been using is really easy to shave with, but
This video sponsored by Manscaped.
whatever my razor is, it's not Manscaped. Theirs are kind of crappy actually.
Actually, yes.
Unless they sponsor me, they're fucking great.
You sell out.
No, but I had this old one that I was using for a really long time, and I was going, and I got really good at it. I knew the exact like motion, and then one time I was going up, and it like like it like rapid cut as I was going up, and I was like, oh. And I have
That's
a
the fucking worst.
I have a lot of scrotum.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of ball skin.
it's free real estate. Yeah.
So and it's very loose because there's a big ball in there
Yeah.
and one normal ball.
I have a question. Whenever you get cold, does that ball stay out because it can't fit back up inside?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna ask, and yes, it stays out.
Wow.
I don't think they've ever like shriveled up in.
Yeah, they can't
There's
regulate the
it's not
temperature
enough.
properly.
Like
then.
it weighs too much to like reel that thing back in. You know that shit is an anchor and it's staying.
yeah.
It is not going anywhere.
So you just have like cold nuts if it was cold. You're
Yeah,
literally freezing your balls off.
it's
or
it's a
ball.
big fear of mine. Can you imagine dying from blood loss from shaving your cock?
I would
So I
would try and find another way to like end it. That way, that wasn't the
you're like
only.
bleeding. You know you're gonna die. You're like, oh fuck, where's my gun?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not being. That's not on my headstone.
I'm not dying to this.
Yeah,
You don't kill me, I kill me. No, but the saying of shaving your cock is really funny because that just makes me think you have a lot of hair on your dick.
there is some shaft hair.
Yeah, like the first like 2 centimeters,
Yeah,
there's like a couple stray hairs. But shaving your cock makes me think you like get like a straight razor and you're like, like you gotta shave
Like
it
you're
like a
shaving a
fucking
caterpillar.
beard. Oh, ew. I feel like they would just die.
I've never shaved a caterpillar.
Me neither.
We
No, I
should
kind of want
Yeah, we
to.
should try.
That'd be a great advertisement for Manscaped,
For
though.
Gillette. Oh,
One thing like if like the what's it called, the lawnmower?
yeah.
It's so good it can shave a caterpillar, and not your dick.
Or what if we just use it on the lawn?
I don't know. I've thought about a lot once I start getting like ads and like paid ads for my channel. I feel like I know what I'm gonna want to do. I'm gonna want to make them funny,
Yeah,
but I feel like it's gonna be bad sometimes
we turn
because
it into a cool skit.
yeah, but I'm gonna want to like. I feel like at least one time the sponsor is gonna get pissed because
Cry
I
about
made
it.
like an inappropriate joke in their ad.
You attract more often than not. You attract what you are. So, I feel like
Is that why so many gay guys like me?
yeah,
Fuck,
fucking
man.
Adam and Eve like sponsorship would be tits, dude.
Dude, I said it. I am
'Cause they're really
the
cool.
person for them to sponsor.
They're really cool about like all of their ads. Like
Dude, I have a nut jug on screen almost at all times.
I buy from Adam and Eve a lot, so
I have not.
I would use your
I
code.
think I've bought one thing from them. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I was gonna ask.
But if I had a code, I'd spend more money. Hit me up, Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Come on. Yo, what's up, lovely? I think I am the best person for them to sponsor.
I think it'd be great, and then we could see how much nut a condom could actually hold. That'd be a funny little fucking skit.
That nut or
That nut.
pancake batter.
No, pancake batter is different than nut.
Yeah, it's fresh. That's stored and frozen.
Yeah, but see how much nut it can hold before it busts.
A lot.
Well, I mean, I blew up a fucking condom on my head, and I didn't think that was gonna.
I don't know if you've ever made condom water balloons, but they're really hard to pop.
Yeah, I've never done that. No.
Yeah,
I feel like it'd be hard to throw too with all the lubrication and whatnot.
they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do it with friends. Well, we'd have like get water balloons, and then I'd get a condom, and I'd fill up the condom, and then put like some Vaseline in there so it was like thick, and they were
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck was in there?" Yeah, that much cum, dude. I spent months just jerking off 6 times a day to accumulate that.
Yeah, I
much
don't have a
cum.
cum corner. I have a cum
I don't have
condom.
I don't have a nut jug, dude, at all yet. I didn't then. I do now, but I didn't then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really funny. And they'd throw water balloons, and then I'd throw this fucking ovular thing that would go, "Voo, voo, voo," and then I'd hit them in the face, and it'd wrap around them, and then fall down. And they go, "What the fuck was that?" And I'm like, "A water balloon." And
Why
then
was
they'd
it
pick it up,
slimy?
and they'd be like, "Why is it ribbed?" It's a new one for grip. Like, but it's slippery. And I'm like,
It's for my pleasure. I mean,
it's because you're
my
nervous.
rib-
It's ribbed for aerodynamics. I don't know.
Do we start the?
Yeah. So we're gonna do another challenge.
Another
I have my mouth.
spit you lose.
I have my mouse here.
If you spit on me, you lose challenge.
We're gonna do a don't spit challenge. Like
Yeah.
we did one a while ago, and they're a lot of fun. And they're pretty harmless as long as you're not spitting water
On the MacBook.
on the MacBook or the expensive camera. Then it's pretty good. I forgot what I was gonna look up.
Probably a funny compilation or a cringe compilation or a funny cringe compilation. How does this mic sound, by the way, guys? I am actually curious.
It's been muted the whole time. I just didn't want to tell you.
Oh, mic check. Okay, at least now that's not a
that's
worry of
that's
mine.
a year ago, so we're not gonna watch one from a year ago.
I like that guy's face.
This one,
Yeah, no, the other face that's on the screen.
Kermit. This face. You want to say anything else dumb? I like that face.
Yeah.
We need to find the most recent one, otherwise it's just gonna be videos
Okay,
that you've
just
seen
wait.
1,000 times.
The most cursed thing you could do is go to the filters, organize by upload date, and find one that was like 3 minutes ago. No. On the sort by on the right there, upload date. That'll show you the hot off the presses. Scroll down a little bit. Those are shorts.
Yeah, why would that
There
be?
you go.
I've already seen this one.
God damn it.
How the fuck? It was posted 4 days ago. Did I watch it on stream?
They're just not
Maybe.
coming out with these fast enough. Oh, there's another one down there.
This one? This one was 6 days ago. It looks pretty good. I say we lean with it, rock with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Toot that thing up. Mommy, make it roll. Oh, cool. We got served an ad.
How is there an ad? I have an ad blocker on.
They're doing the same thing Twitch is doing, so you gotta buy premium, which I do recommend.
I had it, but it ran out.
That's tough tits.
They also raised the price, and now it's even harder for me to convince myself.
How much is it now?
I don't remember. I just remember I saw an article where YouTube announced they were raising the price of it.
It's $12 a month.
Maybe you got generationally carried over. This is 15 minutes. I thought that said an hour.
We could do it.
An hour? Yeah, I mean we could sit here for an hour.
Let's go. You want to fill the wine glasses with water or? Mike sounds good. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Will you get them?
This
All
is how I
right.
actually hold wine glasses. I'm like,
You're an alcoholic.
yeah.
2 at a time?
I'm a ranchaholic.
That's how you drink ranch out of wine glasses. 2 full wine glasses of ranch and a little bit of spit. Why does my hair look goofy. I gotta lean over so.
Sorry.
While Tyler gets the water. My hair looks real goofy.
Get more water sounds on mic.
Oh yeah, you weren't muted. That's gonna
And
fucking
I
sound
also
terrible.
for a while there, I pointed them, like, right out
Oh,
the water.
God.
So you're welcome, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's water ASMR.
You do
Asmr,
yearly
if you
for
will.
YouTube? How much is it yearly? Like $4,000?
Anally. That's. I mean, for sure.
I keep getting sent emails of free trials of it, so I just keep accepting the free trials, and that's what's been keeping me from purchasing it, because YouTube keeps giving me free trials. I don't know why. Maybe it's a glitch in the system, and I just talked about it on YouTube, and now they're gonna fix it. But I've been sent 7 free trials of YouTube Premium, which seems like it's 6 too many. I can see 1, maybe 2, but 7? That's a lot.
Across all 7 of your emails.
No, 1. It's been the same account each time. $120 a year for YouTube Premium? That's not terrible. It's just crazy to me to think how many people pay for that. $120 a year, but paid at one time from like thousands and thousands of people. That's a crazy amount of money.
Or you could just send me $120 a year, you know?
You could pay me $120 just whenever,
Yeah.
and I won't give you any extra ads that I can control. Or you give me $5 a month on Twitch, and then you don't get any ads from me. That's also pretty cool.
Not any ads from you or from Twitch being a bunch of...
But only on my channel.
Thanks, sound guy.
I feel like I see it slowly moving. All right, watch this. I set up a button for it. So
Toot
now we
that
have,
thing up
boom.
Mommy.
see that?
Wow.
Wow. Now it's a full screen. Should we just jump into it?
I think so.
All right.
Do we plug our noses?
Then you can't, we already talked about that. Then you can't breathe.
We could do it for as long as we can, right?
Billions and billions and
Just
billions
totally
and
fucking
billions and billions.
$120,
No.
let's go.
I didn't see how much it was. It doesn't fucking tell me.
Open up your
It's going to email it to me. I swear if somebody, it was a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Yeah, I wasn't joking though. You could send me on my yeah, there's a donate link, so
God damn it. It was that much? Takes forever for the email to go through. You super nice son of a bitch. You no fucking way.
actually
Oh my god.
Kignack. Oh my god.
Kignack, you're too good to me.
Yeah, Kignack's cock
You're
is
too
kinda
good
fat
to me. Oh, I apologize, lovely. The body oddy is turned off
for these streams.
for the podcast. My apologies. My apologies. I'll give you one little.
That's also
But
for
that's-
Kignack.
That was also, yeah, for Kignack.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking Thank you so much, Kignack, for that incredibly generous donation. That was
The
that was
sugar
way
daddy.
too much.
No.
I was trying to hype you guys up. Oh, we're hype. Believe me, we are hype. I'm just awkward now. Yeah, I'm gonna play this funny video for you guys, and we're gonna make
Drink
it even
water
funnier.
and hopefully spit it all over the place.
Yep.
Or maybe spit it on you. If you're good enough.
Hmm?
Oh. You can bar right drink.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
What up, y'all? We back again. This is Top Things. Sharing is caring, and when you go to a buffet, don't forget to consider other people. This guy knows how to do just that.
This makes top 10 of weirdest shit I've ever done. Barely. Turn around!
Dads love to tell their jokes, but are we now seeing the rise of daughter jokes? We're living in a different age.
Hey, Dad.
Yay.
Why do women talk so much and men think so much?
It's just the way we're raised.
Because one has two heads and the other has two lips.
I was more so just really confused how and why there's even ads playing.
That's only a minute in.
Like-
Too. That man's loaded this video with ads.
I'm literally not gonna watch this video anymore.
Yeah. And
And-
also, I wasn't a fan of the knockoff daily dose of internet type commentary.
Yeah, that was annoying as fuck.
Damn.
Somehow it uninstalled my.
Well, the ad blocker's built into Opera G. Oh, you're on
This is-
fucking
yeah.
stupid Chrome.
What the? Hello? I was typing the wrong thing. That's why. This is really annoying. Love that it just uninstalled that.
This stream sponsored by ad blocker.
Yeah. fucking- If you donate $120, will I kiss you on the mouth with tongue? How do I do that from here?
0. Hit enter.
Minimum amount is $5. What if I just click away?
Wait, it said the honor system. Hang on.
Yeah, it's still there.
Man, they really fucking tried to get you. They said the minimum amount is $5. and
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
just
nah.
I just fucking yoink and twisted them. And
So-
now we have to find.
Yeah, but when you sort by upload date, you don't get the best.
No, definitely not. Let's go back and find the best from the most recent. 4 months ago seems pretty good. Oh, that's an hour long.
We could do it.
17 minutes. There we go. I like the laughing before this. This gives me.
I mean, Seth,
Gives me
I'm
hope.
not married, so there's that.
Donate $120 and then pay to fly just for a smooch. A smooch. All right, let's fucking do this again.
Yeah.
Challenge. Can you finish this video without laughing? Let's find out.
What are the odds you eat that?
1 out of 10.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go 4.
Trouvez que le stop ça fonctionne. Dites-le comment ça fonctionne le stop, il s'arrête.
What are you doing?
This side of the bed, she's kind of in there. Like, you know, but the suspension is.
So here goes.
Hamburger. Get out!
No, it gets hard after you let it.
That's what she said!
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Can you believe they're still together after all the shit they've been through?
Oh.
Your butt cheeks.
Pick me up! Oh
ここにつけるだろそして腕を振ると
You good, bro? Like,
Yeah, no, I'm great, bro. What's going on with you?
no one's gonna save you! Big Juicy will!
Arrest Stockton.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Yeah. I'm talking to you. Yeah.
Dang realtors. Hey dude, you can't put that there. My house isn't for sale. You gotta get out of here, seriously. Oh, I didn't realize you were chill like that. Sell whatever you want. That realtor was so sick.
Alright, just gonna make my way down here and... Oh, god damn it! Okay, Janice, just hold on here. I'm gonna pop my... Alright, meow. Alright, so Janice, here's the deal. Meow. You got a big mice problem, you know? Bigger than I've ever seen before, to be quite... Meow. To be quite honest with you, and it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you about 10 pounds of catnip. You know, that's standard union rate. Alright, don't make the decisions around here. I'm gonna get back up there, Janice. I'm gonna bill you.
En train de... Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait? Regardez, elle me sent les cheveux.
Want to get out of here?
I'm grounded.
Bummer.
Cruise the island, that's something you should know. There ain't no island, you're gonna get thrown.
Let's find out what these green zombies. First time. That looks like salad.
The only N-word that we drop on a daily basis in my house.
Don't say it. Don't fucking say it.
Is Nacho Spell Grande.
Dave, turn that around.
What?
Turn that around. Turn it around and look at it. Dave, look at it.
That's why they taste so good.
Roses are red.
Okay.
Violets are gay.
Really?
I sent this to you because you are gay.
In the meadow we can build a snowman.
As you can see,
have been kidnapped. The only way to survive a kidnapping is to beg. Guys, please. Shut up, man. Shut up. Idiot, man. I'm going to die. So I'm left with only one choice, and that is to let a silent one off. Yo, what's that, man? Was that you? What? Hey, yo! Hey, stop the car! Hey, stop the As you can see, the plan has worked, and it's giving me a sacrificial now. This one, ladies and gentlemen, you want to kidnap me?
Well, I'm about to die.
Oh, buddy. You're okay.
The potential for a little bit of rain in the southeast. Come on over with me here. I'll show you the forecast for Charleston, South Carolina. It's definitely going to be a stormy one as we go through Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We've got chances for showers all 3 days. You can see here, 89 on Saturday. Storm.
I bought this shit because I thought it looked funny, but I think I'm legitimately gonna get a heart attack.
Babe. A super villain.
Let's go!
Alright, look, stop.
Batistuta, and then back in by Ince. Oh, I tell you what, he really caught hold of that. Fractionally over the...
British people be like, can I get a bowl of water? British people get mad and be like, are you fucking stupid? British people getting stabbed and be like, oi there mate, bit rude to put that knife in me chest, innit?
Get it. Get it. Get it.
Bang.
On this little key here, which is a screen record. And now we are recording my screen. Right?
cheese.
Alright, see ya.
Okay, children's minds have been tainted. What is this? What is sauce Among Us? Sauce? Caden Among Us sauce? Among Us waving? Among Us math? Among Us plus Among Us plus Among Us plus Among Us equals Among Us. Oh my god!
Alright, we got an order for Lizzie. Let's see what she got here. She got some fries. Some fries. She got some Alright. Looks good. Looks good. Alright, let's see the chicken over here. Oh, yep, the nuggets. Yup. Alright, bro. Yep.
At Gordon Ramsay. Big portion, I know, but what do you think? Looks like my granddad's knee replacement.
I can tell you what this really means. It means China has successfully killed the Wither and now has the resources necessary to activate a beacon.
Is it dead? Should I touch it? What? It's knocked out.
What the fuck is going on? Guys, what the fuck? I swear to God, a damn chipmunk was on my bed. Hello? No!
Bro, these niggas hit me in the parking lot, bro. We about to be paid. Play that, bro. Play that. You already know the vibes. What the f? You lying? No, y'all hit me! Y'all hit... What is he doing in the front seat? Oh my...
Bro, I saw you hit them, bro.
Not you again.
You still ain't got
No, bro, they hit me, bro. Look, he crying because he know he did it. Are you serious? Bro, these niggas hit me in the parking lot, bro. We about to be paid. Play that, bro. Play that. You already know the vibes. What the f? You lying?
Why did you put a rope down?
Oh no.
Perfect, that was perfect. The nuke didn't even...
Hallelujah. Ya, putang ina yan. Uy. Alive, 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 alive. Jesus is alive, Jesus is alive. Sing hallelujah. Putang ina yan, motor ka. Uy. Uy. Ay, puta. Alive, 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 alive.
Holy. Oh cap, this shit bussin'. What the fuck are you looking at?
Ականի նման եկել նստել են, որ սպասարկեմ, մեկ էլ սանրում եմ ու հոպ, ստոպ, ինչա դուրս գա։
Watch another video for more funny memes. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Water.
I kind of almost laughed.
There was nothing that in quick succession.
No.
Not a good video.
There was a whole lot in disappointment.
Shalom.
Ooh.
Wow.
And a fucking ad.
My mouth feels yucky now that I swallowed that much. Like it was syrupy. How
There's saliva was in there. That's gross.
Yeah, it was like thick water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to find a funny one where the water.
I don't want that to play.
Watch another one.
I think that just means we won the challenge, right?
I don't like it when we win the challenge.
I want to laugh, but
Chat, what do you think? I'll put the mic on you guys.
Yeah. I think I speak for everybody when I say it.
I think you do. I'm really good at holding this steady with one hand.
We have one vote for more.
Yeah, but say it in the mic though. Like
If you could speak up. Yeah, if you could speak up, please.
I put the mic over there and you guys don't even use it. It's crazy. I just feel so disrespected right now.
If you stick your fuzzy pole in my face again, I'll come.
Oh yeah?
Gucci, Gucci,
I'm about to butt. Huh?
Yeah.
Also, your mom's mad at us.
I saw.
Click on popular. How about that? That way we find a goated one.
This is all their videos.
Click on popular, I guess. There you go.
Alright.
But it's literally just a boxer brain.
Haven't watched it yet, it looks like. Guess what? Ad. Saw 15
For
seconds.
no reason.
We're getting served. You might be getting like an actual subpoena in the next couple days. We're getting served so hard right now. What is that emote?
Oh shit.
Moistgasm. Love that.
All right.
Time for syrup water. If you guys want me to bundle up my syrup water and ship it to somebody, I think we already know the price.
See if this is any better.
Hmm? Hmm?
Got a bowl. Cream of chicken. We're gonna get it to pour perfectly into the bowl. Ready?
Nestle Crunch.
Ooh. Who asked you, bitch? Ah!
It's in it, watch what happened. I know exactly what happened. Oh. Try it.
No fries. What are you doing?
High five. High five. Put her there. Give me some skin. Once in a pump. See if you can lift that, dude.
Okay.
Nah, there you
go. No, I can do it with my legs.
Dude, water is out.
Buddy? That's not looking too good, bud. I don't think you realize what's going on, buddy. What are you, stupid?
Bro, fucking move, man! I can't see shit!
Come on, go, 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 go.
Go, motherfucker! God damn it! Disrespect your surroundings!
1, 2, 3 e já.
I'm back on the motorway, boy! Hey, you don't see that often. He's on the way to Gatwick. Where you going there?
Alright, number just done cook. On and off your ox.
Yo, these were these were a size 10 and not a 3.
I got the diaper 4s, dead stock.
Hey, come here.
This ain't no surprise. Every other night another movie get made. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. Come on, up in there.
Il est pas serein, là, les bras en l'air.
Oui, il est pas comme ça.
Witnesses say that it was definitely a scary sight.
And I was just going to Taco Bell, and then I hear some gunshots, and I'm like, all right, I guess Taco Bell can wait.
Happy birthday to you. Bourbon, shake my hand. Shake.
Put her there, goddammit.
I had one.
My mouth just hurts now.
Yeah, I don't like that. We have to find funnier ones.
That, or we could start
with it next time.
Oh, no. We can create a channel called Usual Memes.
And they're
right?
just really boring.
No, they're actually funny.
That sounds like it'd be the opposite, but I guess. Anyways, I don't know if we're gonna laugh at a third one.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I don't think third time's a charm on this one.
Nope. Unfortunately not.
Can you stop hitting me with the fucking boom pole, dude?
As I can see your hand.
No, I mean, that's not me this whole time. That was 3 dwarfs in a trench coat. Ad blocker.
Why is it sending me a notification?
Via email. It said, hey, you didn't pay your fucking $5.
Anyways. All right.
We're contacting you about your car's extended warranty.
I hope not. This has been good. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I don't have anything else to add. Do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
I think we got all of our funnies out. I think we're gonna call it, and then I'll probably start a new video after this. So, new one coming.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Love you very much, and I will see you on Monday. I posted a new video on the gaming channel, the first video on the gaming channel. You guys can go check that out. You can get there from the main channel. So if you're subscribed there, you can head over to there. I'll link it to you in the Twitch chat. Sorry.
You're gonna let them know?
For you YouTube people, yeah.
You're gonna let them know about the...
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description. Or you're on the channel already.
Yeah, so just click it.
But also the video, I don't know what the hell happened. YouTube screwed up or something. The quality got all like jiggity jacked up or something. So it looks really weird, but it's a pretty funny video. It's nonetheless, if you can, the audio is perfectly fine. For whatever something happened to the video, I'm not really sure. We're trying to fix it so it doesn't happen again. But it's a funny video, so go check it out. Watch it. It's short. I think it's like 7 minutes, but it's pretty funny. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's just offline shenanigans between myself and Joey. So go check it out. And until then, I'll see you guys on Monday.
Put it there. I just like that it's a shock mount. Also, quick before we go, I have prints. You can buy them on my website. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck I can put the link out real quick. They're signed. They're good quality.
They are good quality.
Because obviously I made them, so they're good quality. I want to make sure that that's not just gonna take you to some rando site.
It looks right. The link is in Twitch chat. You guys can go get some of Tyler's beautiful prints.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, stop fucking being lazy. Go over to Twitch real quick. Click the link. Come on. All right. You can watch it on both. You should watch it on both. All right.
Thank you so much for the subs and for the donations tonight. That was ridiculously generous. Thank you so much.
King Neck is King Neck.
Yeah, King Neck. King. Love you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. Again, thank you so much for all the support and everything. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.